sure where's the black cap. And then you've got the Professor and the pink cap with Craig Ferguson on board. The 4-year-old by Pacific Fella having start number 2 tonight. Whistle's gone now for race number 4. Stablemates in the race from the Warren Stapleton barn. Loire Franco on the black cap, Wings of Hope white cap, the Professor and the pink cap. These runners are about to move up and behind the gate. The favourite is going to close 310 and 150, number 6 Blower Cloud. Booster 520 and 220, $6 around number 10 Zena Mac, and they're moving up. Keep it clean, mobile pace. Interesting to see what one of the well-supported runners, Booster, does off the gate. Was warmed up for the majority on it. Rory McIlrick taking the drive for Nathan Williamson. Alter Ego on the gate with Pollyanna Blue Chip. It was a nice run last start from it after getting a long way back, Pollyanna Blue Chip. Miss Judgeford, pretty keen, drawn in barrier 1. Zena Mac on its back. The Professor drawn to the second line now. Wings of Hope has galloped behind the gate and it's going to miss it. Pacing now, lost 5, green light racing, Booster paced away. Pollyanna Blue Chip comes out the gate also with Franco Santiago and Miss Judgeford looking to poke up from the inside. Line of 3, Miss Judgeford the inner, Pollyanna Blue Chip comes up to race second. On the bend out of the straight, Booster is 3 wide. Around Franco Santiago, Zena Mac is down on the inner from Alter Ego 1 off. To its inside is the Professor. A length away then to Blower Cloud, followed through next by Loire Franco. Then came Eli Lowe. And 12 or 13 lengths away then to Wings of Hope, just pacing a touch ungenerously. It is out of play. Midway between far turns, and David White took Pollyanna Blue Chip to the lead and got in front a length and a half on Miss Judgeford. Now Booster is still 3 wide, being patiently handled, about to cross down to Parked in front of Franco Santiago. Zena Mac 3 back on the inside from Alter Ego around the outside of the pink capped the Professor. Asolki's length away then to Blower Cloud, a little worse than midfield, followed through by Loire Franco. And 3 lengths away then to Eli Lowe, and a further 6 lengths back, tailed out of the race is Wings of Hope. They get the bell. They have a little more than 1,250 metres left to go. And the race is dictated by Pollyanna Blue Chip at a steady tempo, leads Asolki's length over Booster, Parked and travels well. Third behind the leader is Miss Judgeford, 3 back on the inside, Zena Mac. On the outside, 1-1 is Franco Santiago. Right on its tail is Alter Ego. Buried 4 back on the inside. The Professor travels okay. A lap left to go. Reined up next is Blower Cloud, followed in turn as they head out of the straight by Loire Franco. Eli Lowe and tacking on to the back of the field, but still just a little bit ungenerous as Wings of Hope. Up the side, a little more than 800 metres left to go. Leader yet to quicken. It is Pollyanna Blue Chip taking them to the back of the track, leading by 1 length only over Booster. A 3 wide move now coming from Blower Cloud around the outside of Franco Santiago. Miss Judgeford still in behind the leader. 3 back on the inner is Zena Mac, just giving some ground there. Locking wheels, in fact, were Loire Franco and Alter Ego. Getting through along the inside as they work down the back of the track is the Professor from Eli Lowe and Wings of Hope. Down the side, leader travels well. Pollyanna Blue Chip leads a length over Booster. Just losing the back of the leader there, Miss Judgeford, followed by Franco Santiago. Zena Mac looking for room. Then came Blower Cloud under a bit of pressure from the Professor and Alter Ego. They turn. It's Pollyanna Blue Chip. Leader has a kick here over Booster. Through on the inside comes Miss Judgeford from Franco Santiago and Zena Mac. Pollyanna Blue Chip still in front. On the outside, Booster. Zena Mac's got the gap in between them. Booster in front. Zena Mac's coming fast, but Booster won it, beat Zena Mac and Pollyanna Blue Chip. 4th over Miss Judgeford, followed by Franco Santiago, the Professor. Blower Cloud next to go by Loire Franco, then Alter Ego. Eli Lowe, Wings of Hope did it all wrong and has finished last. Number 5, Booster, he put it all together tonight. $5.10. Rory patiently handled him the first lap of the track. That's been the winning of the race. He got to Parked. He didn't do a whole lot of work, even though he was 3 wide. He didn't put any pressure on the horse. Found Parked, round the bend, let the leader kick away on him. Halfway down, he's got busy, and he's just got there. Prick the ears on the line. The margin will be about a head. Zena Mac will be second. Third to go by Pollyanna Blue Chip, and for first 4 players, Miss Judgeford. I'm sure Rory will get a lot of satisfaction out of that victory aboard Booster. He races this one, the 4-year-old by Badlands Hanover, out of Leicester Set. He drives it for Nathan Williamson. That's another training victory for him, and win 5 at start number 12. It's been incredibly well placed, this horse, getting into a maiden. He did everything right behind the gate tonight, and the track was of no concern throughout the running. He found parked after being 3 wide for the first half a lap, but he didn't really have to work overtime to get there. He just patiently handled him, got there, relaxed outside of the leader. That's been the winning of the race. Zena Mac just a touch held up around the bend. She'll find her way into second. Her maiden victory isn't too far away. That was start 40 and added another placing to her, the daughter of McCardle out of Zanola's Princess. And the third one to go by Pollyanna Blue Chip, by Santana Blue Chip out of a runner, David White for Brad Mowbray. But Rory McIlwright back at the head of the field aboard Booster, win number 5. Of course, he won one of the maiden races down in Invercargill. Ken Barron won on him at Wakawaiti, and Rory McIlwright tonight the driver. Here is the judge's call on race number 4 tonight.
Keep it clean, mobile pace, all placings confirmed. The winner is 5 Booster, then 10 4 1 3 11. The call again, 5 10 4 1 3 11.
It's got a pretty good strike rate, Booster, and boosted along the middle of the track. It's a crisp night and some nice racing tonight coming in from Forbury Park, including a $25,000 pick six and also a $10,000 bonus quaddie this evening. About to kick in at Alexandra Park with Mark Cookson tonight on track. The A-team assembling in Ashburton before the big day harness duels tomorrow. And it's all us young fellas off the bench tonight. I'm in the studio. Mark Cookson on track at Alexandra Park, and Matt Cross doing the calling at Forbury. And to Daryl Robinson now for race number 5 at the Greyhounds, the Pala Mountains Scientific Nutrition Class 2s and Class 3s. Up high is the favourite at $3.80 and $1.60. I like the look of Opawa Token and Up High here, the 2 and the 3. I'd just allow Opawa Token another chance up in this grade. It had a couple of nice wins at C1s. 5th in its first try, but was box 4. I'd go again, Up High, jumping from C3 down to a C2, C3 race, and does turn up the favourite here, $3.80 and $1.60. Well, very good evening to you, Daryl. Sounds like a big crowd's been on track. It's Pink Ribbon night tonight, and we're up to race 5, first leg of a double.
Yeah, and a very good evening to you too, Ryan. Hope everything okay with you. And yes, a big night here with our Pink Ribbon fundraiser, and the crowd's just getting bigger and bigger here at Hattrick Raceway, and hopefully we will have a big crowd for our feature race later on, which of course the Pink Ribbon getting in behind here. The Indulged Skins Bar Pink Ribbon, our feature racing series final, $11,000 up for grabs, and looking forward to that for sure. Result there at Forbury Park, Booster at 5.10, 180, Zena Mac number 10, 190, and Pollyanna Blue Chip number 4 at 230. 5.10 Quinella, $11.50, the trifecta 135.10, 5.10 4-1 first 4, 433 even on race number 4 there at Forbury Park. So taking a look at the next one here, the Pala Mountain Scientific Nutrition. And this one for the class 2 and 3s over the 520 scratchings here of the 1. Grunt Rogers comes out, and Kennel Mate Homebush Lucifer comes into box number 1. The favourite at this stage is the 2 Up High. It's had a few runs in the country now, yet to pick up its first win, but she has really looked good in the last 3 starts. She lined up at the Manawa 2 on Monday, finishing second and behind the promising Corborn Matty, who was on the downgrade. And Up High gets into a nice draw here at 2. Prior to that was lining up here the Friday before, last Friday, and also a strong performance into third and behind Homebush Chiro. So getting very close to that first New Zealand win, and she's got the support tonight. 4.20, once again another open market, 3.70 and 1.60 tote favourite. Outside of that also, I do like the 5 Thrilling Dylan. Has probably been a bit frustrating for Tom McCracken, but hasn't really been far away in his racing over the last few starts. And you just sort of get the impression that the real Thrilling Dylan's going to step up at some stage soon out there in the gold rug for Tom. In the last 2 runs, not too bad. Really good second behind Sweet Ruby Jane. 2 starts back at the Manawa 2, and here last week was running on at the business end. Just probably got too far behind them on that occasion, but looking to to go a better race tonight, Thrilling Dylan. The support is there, $5 with the book. Opawa Jackie I do like as well. I did actually make Opawa Jackie my first pick in this race. 3 chances in the race here for young Nathan Newdy. Probably say his best chance. Even all 3 are right in this, but Opawa Jackie, the 4 here at $5.50, and on the tote at $5.50 as well. Has been in great form. Picked up a Class 1 and 2, but the first one up into Class 3 back in March wasn't too bad. Fresh up today. She has gone well fresh up before, and maybe a good chance here for Nathan. He's also got He's a Jessie and Where's Shiraz. Where's Shiraz hasn't really done a lot of racing here at Hat-Trick. Most of the racing has been at Palmerston North, and He's a Jessie looking to pick up win number 2 also for Nathan Newdy since taking over her. Girl Pride there also for Deb Ellen. The race fitness getting up there. And Opawa Token for Stevie Marr, another one that was okay here last Friday after picking up 2 straight Class 1 wins. All up there now for the Palo Mountain Scientific Nutrition Class 2 and 3. Bunny rolls for this. Set to go. Ready. And racing and jumping well centre track as Opawa Jackie's going to go straight to the front now from Thrilling Dylan. Now pushing up on the inside is up high. Homebush Lucifer looking for a way through around the outside. He's a Jessie, and also Where's Shiraz finding the rails. Opawa Token. Oh, there's a bit of trouble there, and getting past that now is the Girl Pride, and getting a shuffle. Thrilling Dylan, and He's a Jessie across the top. Opawa Jackie travels well. 2 or 3 in front here of Homebush Lucifer. Just in behind now, trying to run into it is up high, and not too far away. Also there we've got Opawa Token. Up they come, and Opawa Jackie will just get this from Homebush Lucifer, who lunged but missed. Back into third there we would have had the very close up high, and Opawa Token they got right away. There was trouble going into the back straight. Girl Pride, where Shiraz was also back. Thrilling Dylan also got wiped out at the beginning part of the back straight as well. And the other one back in the last 2 or 3. He's a Jessie was also back, and Where's Shiraz was also back in that last 3 if I didn't call it. Opawa Jackie, big run fresh up, bit of bad luck for Nathan at the other end of the field, but the good luck at this end of the field with Opawa Jackie has held out Homebush Lucifer, who was really coming out after it. The condition was starting to give for Opawa Jackie, but it didn't matter. She's done enough, and she will get the win. Straight to the front, and it kicks away. Good time of 30.64. And 5:11, 18.79 the sectionals, and that run home 11.85. So Opawa Jackie, there it is, Ryan, start number 35, gets win number 5, win number 4 on the track for the Mischief Mystery and Mongrels Syndicate. Well done to Nathan Newdy, takes out the 5th here at Hat-Trick.
Thanks, Daryl. Yeah, good run, the winner, and pretty good run, the second place too. Opawa Jackie getting the prize, and Homebush Lucifer just got back on the rail, but finished off nice, 4.92 and 3. Introducing meeting code 5, the Franklin Harness tonight at Alexandra Park. High of 16, a low of 9. Mainly find a chance of an evening shower. You can never write off a shower in Auckland. Track is a fast one. Let's race through the scratchings tonight. They all start race number 1. Race 2, scratch 7, Sansa. They all start race number 3. Race 4, take out number 7, She Don't Love Me. They start the 5th, the 41st North Island Breeders' Stakes Handicap. Races 7 and 8, they all go to the post. So all 8 races this evening at Alexandra Park, and on track this evening, Mark Cookson. Mark, good evening to you. Good to have you at Alexandra Park tonight. You've had a look at these fields. What to you has stood out as a good bet tonight at Alexandra Park?
Well, good evening, Ryan, and good evening to tracksiders. Welcome on into Alexandra Park. Nice night of harness racing here tonight for the Franklin Trotting Club. They're in action here. Weather very, very nice. We had the coldest temperature in Auckland this year earlier on this week of 2 degrees, and it might get a wee bit chilly tonight as the weather overhead, southern style, was pretty nice. So obviously we've got a couple of short-priced favourites tonight. I'm trying to steer away from them with the best bet and not go for the easy easy option, the likes of Darcy and also the Fascinator a bit later on for Tony Herlihy, who we'll have a chat to about his drives and his chances throughout the night. But the best bet tonight, going to go with Walk of Fame, who's going up against Sir Richie a bit later on tonight in race number 4 this evening. Its biggest danger is going to be Sir Richie, which is just on its inside. But speaking to Tony earlier on, Tony very keen on that particular runner, Walk of Fame, of course owned by Charlie Roberts, a great judge of horse flesh, the daughter of Better's Delight out of the In the Pocket mare in Hollywood. And the horse has won its last couple over the 1700 and 2-2 last week. A very nice winner. Powerful win in a C2 to 3 graded event. Gets a C1 to 2 tonight in race number 4. So going that way, it was around about 250 when I checked a short time ago. So something a wee bit there, because the likes of the Fascinator and Darcy are pretty short as we go through the program tonight. First event here for the Franklin Trotting Club is the David Craig Memorial Mobile Pace. It's on the meeting code of 5 and it's around about 4.5 minutes away. There's support this week for Barabbas, who was a Franklin workout winner a week and a half ago. Josh Dickey driving. This horse was 4th to Shandale 2 starts ago. Shandale, a Jules contender, and last week was 2nd to Risk for the Andrew and Lynn Neal team there last week. The son of Ahoka, Arizona's got support tonight. There's the Hattrick Hounds, 4, 9, 2 and 3 on the 5th. Opawa Jackie, 460, 170. Homebush Lucifer, 180. And Up High, 160. Quinella, 28.80. Trifecta, 186. The first 4, 4, 9, 2 and 3, 599. And the early quaddie of 8, 8, 7 and 4 returns you $181.20. So this race here tonight, race number 1, the David Craig Memorial Mobile Pace, got a couple of people we're going to chat to throughout the night in terms of their chances. The first of them, we're going to chat to Tony Herlihy, who trains and drives runner number 6 in the book, which is Warhorse, the son of Courage Under Fire. It's having its second start tonight, and I spoke to him a wee bit earlier on, and here's what he had to say. Tony, Warhorse, what were your impressions of the weekend workout?
Yeah, he's a big laid-back sort of horse, and he doesn't do any more than he has to. A few races will do him good, but he'll be competitive tonight, but probably a bit of racing won't do him any harm.
That's Tony Herlihy, training and driving the son of Courage Under Fire at its second start. That first start was at Harwood on the grass, has trialled here in the past and run a placing, and was third at last Saturday's workouts, so a chance there. Runner number 6, 380 the tote, 450, option 521. Runner number 3 is 2.5 Tigers, takes the sliding blinds off for Lindsay and Pam Turner. Was a placing last week in that Risk race, and today comes off barrier number 3. Brent Mangos takes the drive, backing up from last night with the likes of She Smooth and also winning the non-tote. Here's what Brent had to say. Brent, race number 1 tonight, you drive 2.5 Tigers. Really good finish last week, and you get barrier number 3 tonight.
Yeah, Mark, it's really the first front row draw he's had for a while. So, yeah, on his run last week, he's definitely a first 4 chance.
So that's Brent Mangos, 2.5 Tigers. So I'm pretty keen on it. So is Aaron White. I've gone 3, 5, 6 and 9. Ideal Roman I've thrown in, who's the 2-year-old, who's first up at the races here. It's at $9.60 on the tote, $8.50. This horse we haven't seen since running 6th in the Brecon Farms Young Guns final behind Lazarus on New Year's Eve. And they were home in 55.7 there on New Year's Eve, and been to the workouts as well and has performed well there. And obviously that first race day preparation behind Lazarus on both occasions was very good, considering what Lazarus has gone on and done and what Lazarus may do on Saturday in the Harness Jewels. Stonewall Stud Drivers Challenge, Tony Herlihy's pretty short, $1.12, option 529. Brent Mangos there at $6.50, David Butcher at $6. We're a minute from start time here, the first on the program. I can head upstairs for the first time tonight and say good evening to you, Aaron White.
Yeah, very good evening to you, Mark. Evening, everybody. We look forward to the 8-race program tonight on the eve of what's going to be a great day of racing tomorrow there at Ashburton for Jules Day 2015. Some nice horses for us to back here tonight. And we start here in the first with 2.5 Tigers, who's been doing a good job from tricky draws. Comes up with barrier 3. Aggressive Brent Mangos aboard tonight. So I'd certainly have 2.5 Tigers well in the mix here. 9 Ideal Roman's been doing a nice enough job. Scotty Phelan for the Telfer Garlic team at the workouts. He's fresh on a new campaign. The 6 War Horse debuted strongly at Harwater, and a chuck in 5 Saffin's Warrior after a tidy enough debut last Friday night. 3, 9, 6 and 5 to open the night. I did make RJ Bopper my long shot of the night. It's all about him and his manners. If there's good speed on and he does everything right, he can certainly get over the top of them at a big price here, RJ Bopper in the first. My specials tonight are, well, I went to Charlemagne, a Jules winner, so he certainly does race well this time of year. I know he's got to come off a 55-metre handicap, but it's only a C1 front. And Darcy looks like he's got a mortgage on race 7 tonight here, Mark.
Thanks very much for that, Aaron. Yes, Charlemagne, looking forward to seeing Charlemagne back at the races a bit later on tonight. I was quite keen too on the 5, Saffin's Warrior, the son of a Jules winner in Saffin. And a nice first up performance of the races last week, running 4th to Better Think Quick. Zach Butcher takes the drive tonight. We'll see it in the Brian Hughes colours, the colours of the Orange Agent. For his call on the first, it's the David Craig Memorial Mobile Pace. Here's Aaron White.
The runners for the first in behind the Yellow Bar Arm. First of 8 tonight for the Franklin Trotting Club's meeting. Into the home straight they come. Down the lane, green light flashing. Starter Frank Phelan sends them on their journey. 2.5 Tigers out strongly with Saffin's Warrior. Eyebrow kicking up on the inside. Will take a position behind 2.5 Tigers and Saffin's Warrior as they work on to the stables corner. Warhorse has got across to get the early 1-1. They're followed then by a Secret Weapon to its inside Ideal Roman. Getting back in the field then to Art of Gold. RJ Bopper's back in the field. Bodine Gambler second last as they swing up into the back, and Barabbas back last, one of the favourites. 2.5 Tigers holds up the lead here for Ramango, leading a length and a quarter. Saffin's Warrior will do it tough, sitting out parked, and back on the inside Eyebrow secures the Lovely Drag in the trail. In the 1-1 is Warhorse around Ideal Roman, then Secret Weapon around RJ Bopper. Art of Gold the next. Barabbas starts a claim from the back, and that relegates now Bodine Gambler back to last. 42 and 6 was the lead time as they sweep across the showgrounds turn first time. 2.5 Tigers with the favourite Barabbas coming up strongly over on the outside. In fact, Barabbas closed up the third favourite behind joint favourites 2.5 Tigers and Warhorse. So Barabbas, he'll get around and take the lead off 2.5 Tigers. Again, leaving Saffin's Warrior out parked. Eyebrow now 3 back on the inside. Warhorse 1-1. Ideal Roman and Scotty Phelan 4 back on the inside. 5 back RJ Bopper. Just been an awkward drive at that point for Richard Brosnan. Just in front of that was Secret Weapon. Back second last Art of Gold. And back last is Bodine Gambler. A circuit left to go. 32.5 the opening quarter. David Craig Memorial Mobile Pace Stables corner final time, and Barabbas leads by a length and a quarter in the trail. 2.5 Tigers. Saffin's Warrior third and parked. Eyebrow fourth and 3 back on the inside. Warhorse 1-1. Ideal Roman 4 back on the inside of Secret Weapon. RJ Bopper, Art of Gold, and 2 off back last. Bodine Gambler second quarter 31.8. Through the back goes Barabbas. Joshua Dickey's got a nice hold on him, and he's got the ears pricked. Leads a length and a quarter over 2.5 Tigers. Will wait the passing lane run. Saffin's Warriors had no luck, been parked throughout. Eyebrow now all dressed up, nowhere to go. 3 back on the inside for DJB as they turn off the back. Then Warhorse, Ideal Roman. They're followed by a Secret Weapon. Starting a run Art of Gold. RJ Bopper's well back. As to Bodine Gambler, 30 seconds the quarter down the back. Barabbas travels nicely to the corner, a length and a half. 2.5 Tigers. Eyebrows come away from the inside to issue a challenge. They're followed Ideal Roman. Homeward bound Barabbas, a length and a half. Eyebrow with 2.5 Tigers. Ideal Roman. Warhorse down the outside, 100 to go. Barabbas under siege now from 2.5 Tigers on the passing lane, and Eyebrow 2.5 Tigers. Eyebrow 2.5 Tigers. Oh, I think he might have just got in. 2.5 Tigers. It's very tight, though, with Eyebrow, and they are wide apart. We'll wait for the judge to separate them, but I reckon there's a margin there for the inside horse. Barabbas third, then Ideal Roman Warhorse. They were followed Art of Gold back in the field, then to Bodine Gambler. They were followed further away to RJ Bopper, Secret Weapon back in the field. And back with that was Saffron's Warrior, 244.6 and 27.5 the final quarter. Photo finish. 2.5 Tigers Eyebrow. Let's have a look at them as they drive. 2.5 Tigers Eyebrow. They both wanted to get the heads on the side here too. Very tight on the line. Visually, I thought there was a margin inside. Looking at the replay, it is very, very tight. I'll leave it to Judge Graham McLennan to split the first for us, and for a third will be Barabbas and Ideal Roman making up nice ground in the home straight. David Craig Memorial Mobile Pace. It's a photo finish.
Official placings, race 1, the David Craig Memorial Mobile Pace. 318962. 318962. Horse 3, 2.5 Tigers, pace the 2200 metres in 244.68. Mile rate of 2 minutes, 0.4. Last 857.6. The 427.5. The margins and O's, 3/4 of a length. 2 lengths. 318962, race 1, the David Craig Memorial Mobile Pace.
First call of the night from Judge Graham McLennan goes the way of 2.5 Tigers. Grabs his maiden victory tonight at start 14, raced by Pam and Lindsay Turner, along with KR Shadbolt and M.A. Hansen. Jeremy's Jet, Tiger Dion, 3-year-old bay gelding, and bred by the owners. Lindsay and Pam Turner, the trainers out of Pukekohe, and Brent Mangos back at the head of the field. Beautiful drive too. Aggressive off the gate. He was only going to hand up to one horse, and he found that horse in Barabbas. He got the passing lane to just fight off the challenge of Eyebrow. A stern challenge for a second. Cam Harding and Tim Aiken down there, part of the victory celebrations after the David Craig Memorial Mobile Pace. Cam and Tim both from Jarvis Trading Limited. Graham Wharf down there for the Franklin Trotting Club. Eyebrow for second. Live or Die Tack Filly, 4-year-old bay gelding for WA Screen, Mrs. P.S. Screen, GB Penfold and Mrs. L. Penfold, along with Mrs. G.B. Bassett and Miss J. Delaney. Paulette Screen trained at Pukekohe, David Butcher. And 8 Barabbas, Sahoka, Arizona, New York Glow Brown, 4-year-old gelding for J.W. Dickey and G.E. Neems. John and Joshua Dickey trained at Clevedon, and Josh Dickey. Totes in the first, we'll see 3, 2.5 Tigers, $4.20 and $1.30, $4.21.30, 1 Eyebrow, $2.20, $2.20, and 8 Barabbas at $1.60, $1.60. Quinella, $15.90, $15.90, Trifecta, $152.60, $152 and 60, and the first force, $476 even, $476.
right, and I think these two back markers here have got a big chance at running 1 and 2. And for third, I went 4 Evander to go, ahead of 6 Blue Dawn, but I respect your thoughts around number 3 O'Driscoll in this race. But Okai the New, $2.10 with the bookies. Would I play that? Probably not. Play the tote, $2.50 and $1.10. Blue Dawn's not the worst in this either. A clean getaway from Mitts could bring it into the race, but I think the two back markers hold the key to this race, and the punters agree, $2.50 and the $1.10. Just back to Blue Dawn. If you're playing first fours here, I can't see any reason why you don't have it in. Was winning 4 starts ago. 2 starts back, was 14 lengths away from Sunny Ruby after working, was 15 lengths from Father Christmas in that junior drivers race at Oamaru where they smashed the track record. So I'm sure there's most of you who will have Blue Dawn on the ticket. The Greg and Nina Hope factor is probably helping people along a wee bit. Just in terms of the quaddie, short way home here is Okai the New, 461, 938 around Bono Heston, then you've got 1,079 around number 3 O'Driscoll. So well done to you if you've got this far in the quaddie. You need Laughing Cavalier, Marks, Terminator and Booster, numbers 5, 1 and 5. Won't be too far away from being called into line, 2,700 metres ahead of them here for the Square Gators. This is the Fergus Matheson Memorial Handicap Trot. It is the first leg of a treble, last leg of the quaddie. Short way home in that is number 11, Okai the New. The current favourite, 220 and 130. Starting down the back, coming to the judge and doing 2 laps. Just waiting on O'Driscoll to come around with El Tsunami. Kylie Castleton, those 3 runners drawn off the front. Evander de Go, another superstar and Blue Dawn come forward with Amori and Mr. Majestic. Back markers, Bono Heston, Okai the New. Set to go. Strands fly, they're underway. And Okai the New trotted away safely with Bono Hest off their 20-metre markers. O'Driscoll just being steadied out deep on the track after 100 metres. Being patiently handled, is back with the 2 back markers, but is trotting. Back to the lead in Kylie Castleton, and Brad Williamson lead by 1 length. Maury moving second on the outside is another superstar. Galloped when handy in third. Blue Dawn takes up its spot, followed through by Evander de Go. Then came Mr. Majestic from El Tsunami, Bono Hest, Okai the New, and 2 lengths away to O'Driscoll. They cover the best part of 9 lengths first to last, and it is a good tempo for this 2,700 metre event, where the race is led by Kylie Castleton and leads by 1.5 lengths. Forward progressing on the outside is Evander de Go. Moves up closer to the leader. Amori is third and behind the speed. Blue Dawn is 3 back on the inside. To its outer is Mr. Majestic. Next line of 3, another superstar, is 4 back on the inside. 1 off Bono Hest. El Tsunami is 3 wide. Getting onto its back is the favourite Okai the New, and O'Driscoll back to last. They have a little more than 1,800 metres left to go. As they work up to the back of the track, it is Kylie Castleton. Improving 3 wide now to be outside. The leader is El Tsunami. Amori is third and behind the speed. 4th, Evander de Go, and Okai the New 3 wide moving forward. Down on the inside is Blue Dawn in the blue jacket, followed by another superstar. To its outside is Mr. Majestic, 1.5 lengths to Bono Hest, second to last, and O'Driscoll is last, and spots the leader 8 lengths as they run off the back of the track. This has been run at a pretty good tempo the entire here as Okai the New works its way round to the lead. Crosses down to the markers 1.5 lengths in front of Kylie Castleton. El Tsunami 1 length away third from Amori, 3 back the inside as they get the bell. Then came Evander to go, 1 off, 1-1. 4 back on the inside as Blue Dawn has done no work in the race. The outside, Mr. Majestic from another superstar. Bono Hest is second to last, and last as they come on down is O'Driscoll. It is Okai the New, the daughter of Pegasus Spur, looking for win 4 tonight. Travels well in the van and leads 1.5 lengths to Kylie Castleton. Moving forward on the outside, parked is El Tsunami. Amore travels well, 3 back the inside. Last start winner, Evander de Go, is 1-1 around the outside of Blue Dawn. Then came Mr. Majestic, ahead in front of the inside, another superstar. Then came Bono Hest and O'Driscoll last. 800 metres left to go to the back of the track. And it is still Okai the New, travels kindly in front. 1.5 lengths in advance of Kylie Castleton. Ahead away third is El Tsunami, just getting a wee bit closer. Then came Evander de Go. To the inside is Amori. 3 wide is Bono Hest improving from Mr. Majestic. Blue Dawn saved a bit of ground, got through on the inside from O'Driscoll and another superstar. This leader travels extra. Okai the New as they work their way down to the 400 metre mark. Leads by a head. 3 wide is Evander to go. In the centre is El Tsunami from Bono Hest. 3 wide and 1 back. Waiting on the passing lane, Kylie Castleton from Blue Dawn. Amori. Then came O'Driscoll. Travels well but spots the mate. Leader ran off Okai the New. It ran off 5 Cartwoods but still in front. Leads a length and a half to Kylie Castleton. Through on the inside comes Blue Dawn. Then came Evander to go. It's Okai the New. Blue Dawn through on the inside from Kylie Castleton. Okai the New, she wanted to do it all wrong, turning for home, but she's won it by a length. Second, Kylie Castleton. Third, Blue Dawn. Fourth to go by, Evander to go from El Tsunami. Then came Amori, Bono Hess, Mr. Majestic, O'Driscoll, and another superstar. Heart and mouth stuff turning for home. Okai the New. Run off about 5 Cartwoods, the favourite. She's got there by a length though. Seemed to be travelling well the entire race. Took it to the lead. She dropped the bit in front. Urged it along. Johnny Cox for Marty Denton. Makes it win number 4 at start 24 and back-to-back victories for the mare by Pegasus Spur. Out of Nickety New. And Marty Denton training out of his new Mosgiel Bay. Second, Kylie Castleton. Third, Blue Dawn, and Evander to go will be the 4th one to go by. Favourite punters wanted it. I tell you what, if you were one of them, you didn't want it on the turn when it wandered off, just lost a concentration there, but it's just been too good for these. A clean beginning was the key to it winning, and it went around to the top with a little more than a lap left to go and has been too good in this Okai the New. A much improved mare here in the south, and that's win number 4 at start 24 tonight. That's race number 5 on the program. You got the short way home in the quaddie. Race 6, the Pride's Easy Feed Pace. Ryan will be back here at 20 minutes past 7 o'clock.
Yeah, cheers, Matt. Entertaining race. Gee, it was pretty good because it did run off, but still good enough to get the prize. Okai the New and that foreman behind Trouble Ryu last week certainly stacking up. Gee, it was a good tip from Matt Cross to have a look at Blue Dawn. He tipped it out.
But today up against the Leg Road Chaser, Lisa Ahern having a wonderful night, and this one draws close to the rail. Leg Road Chaser has done a marvellous job charging through to Class 5, a 17 race winner, but finds herself back down into Class 4 company. I think that could be all the difference here for the 2. I think we'll find this a lot easier. Gets away from Class 5, so going for the 2 to beat the 3, but as Ryan pointed out, Boston Strike hasn't done anything wrong in the last few starts and gets that bonus run. Also downgrading is Winfield Winter. Now the form out wide is not overly flash, but a 10 race winner. Also gets away from Class 5. The runs up in Class 5 company weren't bad. Comes back down to a straight Class 4, and she's got a very good chance here too, Winfield Winter, if she can get across the draws against her. But she will find life a bit easier tonight in Class 4 company here, Winfield Winter. Also, the other one here for Lisa Hoon is Serena Rose out there in box 8. Has won from the 8, has been going along fairly well in Class 4 company the last couple of races. Will need to jump. I can't see her working her way through the field. She's going to have to take a flyer. But we've seen many of the out wide dogs are looking to get across quite easily so far throughout the night. Serena Rose, of course, in that pink rug and looking for another win in the pink rug. All winners from box 8, of course, $50. Sponsored by the Brownsy Sports Bar. We'll pledge $50 to every 8 dog to win tonight. So far, $100 in the bank. And Serena Rose well represented here. $9 good money, $10 at this stage. She lined up from box 5, the squeeze draw last week, or on Monday, shall I say, and also from box 4, the squeeze draw here last week. So maybe the clear run out wide could do her the world of good. Plenty of times also recently come up to Class 4. A winner at the Manawa 2-3 back. Homebush Chiro, we picked that out as our outsider here last week. Coming up in grade today, Homebush Chiro. And Stevie's Magic, good to see her back to racing. Hasn't raced since December. And Opawa's sister Nathan Newdy looking for 2 in a row. All up there now for the Dopey Dog laser engraving for the Class 4s. Race number 6 on the program here at Hattrick. Only just about there, ready. And racing, and off the outside here, jumping well, Winfield Winter, but there goes Allegro Chase, is going to go straight to the lead now from Winfield Winter, gets across, then we go to Serena Rose, Homebush Chiro, they've got away now on Boston Strike, the inside, just Evie's Magic, Opawa's sister, and plenty of time, they go for home, Allegro Chaser in front, trying hard, Winfield Winter, Allegro Chaser, Winfield Winter, then we go here to Serena Rose, Homebush Chiro, nice, then on crossing here to Boston Strike, with Opawa's sister back in the field, plenty of time, and Stevie's Magic. Allegro Chaser on the downgrade and straight to the front. The 7 out wide got across to Winfield Winter. And the 2 downgraders dominate race number 6. It will be 2 over the 7. Good run by the 8 Serena Rose. Will have to settle for another 3rd. And Homebush Chiro up in class, but a good run all the same to grab 4th. They've run at 17.70. The run home 10.73. And a big win here for Allegro Chaser, finding the class a lot easier tonight. Back into Class 4, nice draw. Lisa Rahun picks up 4. Takes it out from the 7, Winfield Winter, who got across from the outside, as we can see in that head-on. Came across to a clear 2nd. Serena Rose tracked her around, and she will settle for 3rd. And Homebush Chiro also coming across from the outside and getting across to take that 4th placing. Just waiting for our sectionals to go up. And that run home was a 10.73. Allegro Chaser win number 18. 1 1/4, 3/4, 2 1/2. Allegro Chaser win 18 off 47. Another one for Collision Hi-Fi. Allegro Lisa Ahern picks her 4th win up in a sectional there of 6.97. That time overall 17.70. Ahead there, 7 Winfield Winter, also on the downgrade. Will get to stay in Class 4 for another assignment, and Serena Rose into 3rd. So here at the halfway stage here, Ryan, on our big night here for our Pink Ribbon fundraiser, we move on to the place 6, race number 7. Scratchings here of the 1 and the 2. The reserve dogs come into this field, and I like them both. The 9 to beat the 10. I think the reserve bench can go pretty well here in the first leg of place 6. And this one, here's to you for the Class 4s. Time to go 7.28.
Thanks, Daryl. Gee, you commentators are tipping them all out tonight, and my form is as cold as ice in the first half an hour of my shift. Allegro Chaser there, $1.90 and $1.30. 7 Winfield Winter, $1.60, and 8 Serena Rose, $2.60. 2, 7, 8, and 6. The Q610, the try, $51. The first 4, $266.20. 4 and 2 dub 10.60, 4 7 concession 6.50, 7 4 and 2 $118.20. Wraps up race number 6 at Hattrick. Off to Alexandra Park. There's the Stables Cafe. A few folk in there for dinner. Looking at a market for race number 2, first leg of a treble. New Zealand Onion Co. Mobile pace over 2,200 metres. Miss Daisy was a nice run here last Friday night. Jet worked home really well for fourth. They backed it last week too, started a $3.70 shot. It's the favourite, Appassionato number 8. It's got an awkward draw outside of the front row, $7. Did win one race at the Manawatu in its only race day performance, so 1 from 1 turns up at the park tonight at nice each way odds. 6 minutes out, we'll take a short break and then we'll be back at Alexandra Park.
TAB Trackside 1 back here at Alexandra Park for the Franklin Trotting Club ahead of race number 2 on the program. We're around about 5 minutes away from the NZ Onion Co mobile pace over the 2200 metres. The favourite is one of a couple in tonight for Robert Dunn. That is Miss Daisy. Had plenty of support from the bookmakers. Some big bets on it last week when Miss Daisy ran fourth at its first up run in that risk race. And coming out of that risk race last week were some that ran in the previous race on the program, including at Barabbas, who picked up a placing. And Miss Daisy tonight comes off the second row draw off the back of Happy to Go. It's runner number 9. She's by Better's Delight out of Christian Watch. And yeah, that first up fourth finished the race pretty well. In the hands of James Stormont, Tony Herlihy will take the drive on Miss Daisy. And of course, we're talking to Tony Herlihy throughout the night. He's a roaring hot favourite in the Stonewall Stud Drivers Challenge. And here are his thoughts and quick comments on Miss Daisy. Tony, Miss Daisy had a lot of support last week. It's come up from the south for Robert Dunn.
Yeah, I've raced against her a few times, and she seems a real honest little mare. Haven't driven her before, but she, like you say, she's been racing good. Just probably need a bit of luck from the one on the second row, but if she gets a bit of luck, I'm sure she'll be thereabouts, knowing Robert has his horses pretty set.
Yeah, and certainly punters think so at this particular point. Only a couple of small $500-odd bets on Miss Daisy at this stage tonight. We'll check in with the bookmakers throughout the night. Steve Richardson at the desk tonight. Happy to Go is runner number 1 in that head-to-head. Number 1 in the book and selection 1 in the head-to-head. Scott Phelan and the Telfer Garlic team with the blue and white checkers. They had a good night last night with a couple of winners at Cambridge Raceway, and this is another filly by Better's Delight, Happy to Go. In this race, got to go a leg to bet. Runner number 3, it's currently at $4.50 across the board. This is the one I've put on top. It's another one by Better's Delight, the Super Sire, for the Cooney and Hopkins team. Frank Cooney and Tate Hopkins, they've got some good runners coming through their stable at the moment. This horse over-raced in the mid-stages last week when running 5th to Better Think Quick. Its first 2 starts were behind Better Think Quick. And tonight at start number 3, it's in the hands of Zach Butcher, who will be leaving immediately after this race to head to the airport and catch the last flight to Christchurch for tomorrow's duels. He'll be making his way after that to Ashburton. Zach Butcher driving the likes of Sky Major and Lancewood Lizzie tomorrow. Sky Major looking to go for 3 duels successes. It and the Jeff Dunn runner, Venus Serena, is the other one aiming to do that, and the bookmakers have got a book open as to whether one, none or both can do that as we update that Drivers Challenge. So for me, 3 got to go elect to bet. The filly by Better's Delight, that 5th last week, putting it in good stead here, steps up to the 2200 metres, ran second over the 2-2 on an easy track when Zach drove it its debut, was a trial winner earlier this month prior to its first start performance. So I've got it there. And number 3. Number 9, Miss Daisy, you've got to have it in second, of course, the Robert Dunn team. They've also got Geisha Girl going around a bit later on. And for third, number 1, Happy to Go, Scott Phelan for the Telford Garlic team at 6s. And then number 8 in the book, Appassionato, who's having its second start, was a Manawa 2 winner at its first start to the races. Has the blinds on and the removable deafeners on today. One of the 2-year-olds against the older horses. Got to Go Elect a Bet being the other one, and this one for Logan Hollis and Shane Robertson. Runner number 8, Appassionato, is drawn the outside of the front. And if you need another one, Vaughan Blanchard had winning success as a trainer in familiar colours yesterday at Cambridge. David Butcher ran a place on Eyebrow in that tight photo in the first, behind 2.5 Tigers. He takes the drive on Wise Goddess here, runner number 2, who's having its second appearance here at the track and did run a placing at the Cambridge workouts the other day. It's runner number 2. It could be one to chuck in as well. About 30 seconds away. Let's get to you, Aaron White, and get your thoughts on the second.
Yeah, going the way of 9, 3, 1 and 8. Miss Daisy, fitter for that fresh up run last Friday night. The Iceman gets aboard tonight for Robert Dunn. Wouldn't worry too much about that inside second row draw. Happy to Go's got good early gate speed, so Hurley he might well be able to trail throughout. If not, he might look to pop out and come around and lead with her. She's a nice type. 3, Got to Go Elect to Bet. Yeah, just outpaced the last 400 metres over the 1700 last time, but the debut over tonight's 2200 was good, so that's the key around her. Happy to Go from the inside, well worth a look from the draw. And 8, Appassionato after that nice debut victory down there at Manawa 2. Philip Butcher for the Logan Hollis, Shane Robertson team. 9, 3, 1 and 8. Special mention too. Happy birthday to Gary Noakes on Dorry D. So Noakesy celebrates his birthday here. Let's hope he can get a slice of this at big money at 44 and 6, the rank outsider in the field. Co Mobile Pace, 2200 metres into the lane they come. First leg of the opening treble on the program. Green lights, and they're off and racing. Got to Go Elect to Bet, shows good gate speed. As to Appassionato from the outside of the arm, she really lengthens hard, and inside the first 200 she's got the lead. Got to Go Elect to Bet, looking to find the back of Appassionato. Can't do it at this stage. Happy to Go punches up on the inside, and that puts Blue Ellen out 3 wide. Then Tai Chi. Miss Daisy 3 back on the inside in the early rush. Early just looking to get away from the markers. May have done it. Then Luna de Mile on the inside. Wise Goddess and Dorry D and the birthday boy Noakesy back last. Got to Go Elect to Bet around to lead now. Appassionato. Well, ease and trail. Blue Ellen third and parked around. Happy to Go. Miss Daisy did get away from the marker line into the 1-1 for the Iceman. Luna de Mile 4 back on the inside. Then the debutante Tai Chi around that Dorry D. And Wise Goddess the last. The lead time not correct on the board as they turn off the back and work the showgrounds turn, and it's Got to Go Elect to Bet, but here's the favourite Miss Daisy having a play for the lead now, and Miss Daisy will work around Got to Go Elect to Bet. Zach will ease and let Tony go. Appassionato now 3 back on the inside as Happy to Go's away from the markers, and turn Dorry D continues to make ground out 3 wide. Luna de Mile on the inside. Blue Ellen now with 1-1 cover. Tai Chi second last. Wise Goddess and David Butcher back last of all. 43 and 8 the lead time appears on the board now. 30 and 7 the opening quarter. Judge Bell 1 to go. Miss Daisy over Happy to Go. Stables corner final time. Got to Go Elect to Bet, secures the nice run in the trail now. Then Blue Ellen. Dorry D caught on a limb out 3 wide. Back on the inside, Appassionato. Then Tai Chi around Luna de Mile, and Wise Goddess been patiently handled out the back as they pace past the 800 metre mark. Second quarter, 30.5. Favourite for the contest, Miss Daisy. Into the back, leads by 3/4. Happy to Go right there on the outside, and Got to Go Elect to Bet. The Better's Delight Philly waits the passing lane. Blue Ellen 1-1. Then Appassionato 3 back on the inside for Phil Butcher. Tai Chi as Dorry D weakens out wide, and now Wise Goddess comes round them 4 wide. Luna de Mile is held up on the inside. Off the back they come. 4:50 left to go, and Miss Daisy completes the third quarter in 29.7. Right out there, happy to go. Got to go elect to bet, waiting the passing lane. The favourite travels beautifully, though, to the corner. And then came Appassionato, homeward bound Miss Daisy by 2, happy to go. Got to go elect to bet. Down the outside then is Appassionato, but Miss Daisy steps away. And at the 100 metres, 3 and 4 lengths in front. Down the outside, Appassionato getting to second. Miss Daisy, how easy was that for the Iceman? Appassionato, nice run second. Happy to go third, just in front. I've got to go elect to bet, then Luna de Mile, Tai Chi, Wise Goddess, Blue Ellen, Dory D to be the last, and 243.7, 28.8 was the final quarter. Miss Daisy, the Better's Delight filly. Lovely Iceman drive. Got her away from the markers at that crucial part in the early stages of the race. Had the 1-1, then challenged for the lead as they swept across the showground's turn first occasion. And from there, she's held on strongly. Nice run, Appassionato. Backs up the good debut victory at Manawa 2 with a second tonight. Happy to go. Will just nose out. Got to go elect to bet for that third position in the New Zealand Onion Company Mobile Pace.
Official placings, race 2, the New Zealand Onion Company Mobile Pace. 981 310 5. 981 310 5. Horse 9, Miss Daisy, paced the 2200 metres in 243.72. It's a mile rate of 159.7. Last 858.5, the 428.8. The margins 4 1/4 lengths, 3/4 of a length, a half head. 981 310 5. Race 2, the New Zealand Onion Company Mobile Pace.
Miss Daisy secures her maiden victory in fine fashion tonight, raced by R.K. Gordon and Mrs. A.L. Gordon. Congratulations to you, Better's Delight, by a 3-year-old filly out of Christian Watch. And another for the Brecon Bloodstock Limited too, another individual winner for the Brecon Bloodstock team. This a full sister to Code Black, who won one of the Young Gun Series heats out here through the earlier part of this year. So nice breed. Robert Dunn trained out of Pukekohe, and the Iceman Tony Hurley back at the head of the field. Mike Blake down there for the New Zealand Onion Company, part of the victory celebrations. Rodney Stewart, committee man of the Franklin Trotting Club, in attendance. Ada Appassionato, nice run second up after its good debut victory at Manawa 2. Better's Delight's been Bay 2-year-old filly for Kahukuri Bloodstock Limited, and Mrs. R.A. Ritchie. Logan Hollis, Shane Robertson trained at Pukekohe, Philip Butcher, and one happy to go for third, Better's Delight Black 3-year-old filly at a time to fly. The Plant Racing Limited and Stonewall Stud Limited, the ownership. Steve Telfer, Chris Garlick trained at Papakura, and Scott Phelan. And of course, with Got to Go Elect to Bet running fourth, it's a Better's Delight, first 4. Miss Daisy, 210, 130, 210, 130. Ada Appassionato, 220, 221. Happy to go, 130. 130. Quinella, 680, 680. Trifecta, 2850, 2850. First 4, 62.70, 62.70. 3 and 9 in the double at $9, $9. 3 and 8 concession, $9.50, $9.50.
suggestive to me that the horse was ready to win another race. 5.10 and $1.50. I think it's better than the black in One Direction, and if she steps away, Maritime Arden, on her run last week, the 2,200 metres will be right up her alley. If she gets to the markers first, then there could be an expectation that Blair Orange may dictate this race from the top end and be very hard to beat. Sunnyview Bayboy, drawn to the inside of it, is normally a good beginner, may look to hold out, and that makes him a first 4 chance. Sunnyview Bayboy. I went Maritime Arden to beat number 7, the black, 5 One Direction, and 1 Sunnyview Bayboy. 2, 7, 5 and 1, but agree with your thoughts around the latter races in pick 6. Of course, we've got a Monas and Woodley DJ in the next leg, then Avros Rustler. He almost looks like an anchor in that race. We've got Starsky's Dream in race number 9, who looks a good show. And the 10th, you've got Better Scoot in there. Most people will be anchoring him. And then High Gun in the last race, the Claimers. Probably the most interesting race of pick 6 tonight, the Claimers race, the last on the programme. Good luck to you if you're playing into pick 6. Looks as though the Blacks going to start as the favourite here, 3.10 and 1.30. Certainly like the 4.90 around Maritime Arden. Not too far away from the prize easy feed pace over 2,200 metres. Sunnyview Bayboy comes in as the pole horse. Maritime Arden about to come up. Swinging round is One Direction. Well supported in the race. A winner here. That was 3 starts ago. Breaking its maidens. Now we've got one who is reared up. That looks like could be Bay Emerald, and it's gone through the tape, and Maritime Arden is not overly happy either. And Billy Klondike's backed away. So Maritime Arden and Bay Emerald, the 2 culprits here for the delay. Billy Klondike just circling out the back. Caesar Rocks stands well. Now Bay Emerald coming in once again into barrier number 4. Maritime Arden into barrier 2. And they walk up. The black is just on the back foot. The black, he comes forward now. One Direction has gone right up to the tape, and it's gone in front of Caesar Rocks. So Bay Emerald's being turned out. In fact, they're all being turned out of line here in the first league of place, pick 6. That's going to give you a little bit more time to invest. $25,000 guaranteed in the pool. End of this leg. Looks as though we're going to have another 30-second delay here ahead of this race. Got Billy Klondike and Caesar Rocks walking around out the back. And Bay Emerald and Maritime Arden, the 2 horses we're keeping our eye on here. So we shouldn't be too far away from being called into line once again. Missed the earlier races on the program. Race 5 was taken impressively by Okai the New. The 4th race on the program, Booster, made it win 5 at start 12. The 3rd was taken by Mark's Terminator. Matt Anderson drove that. He's on One Direction in this race. The 2nd by Laughing Cavalier, pretty impressive there in the 1st race by Sundawn Invasion. Sam Otley was in the bike for race 1. She drives Bay Emerald in this race. Take 2, race 6. The first leg of pick 6. Good luck to you if you're playing into that. Set to go. Strands fly. They're underway. Now Sunnyview Bayboy's galloped out of its 1 spot. Blistering to the lead goes Smiling Armada. Now Bay Emerald is a bit of a can out the back. Put on a bit of a rodeo. Cost itself 8 lengths in the process and is tailed out. It is Smiling Armada taking them out of the straight. Shane Walkinshaw looking for a double in these colours tonight. Leads a length and a half to Caesar Rocks. 2 lengths away, 3rd is Maritime Arden. A similar margin off to One Direction from the grey Billy Klondike, racing 5th early. 2 lengths back to Loose Cannon as they back the tempo off a touch. Then Sunnyview Bayboy, 2 to the black and 3 lengths to Bay Emerald. Up to the back of the track they go. And it is in front Smiling Armada being taken on now by Maritime Arden. And Blair Orange takes the Daughter of Some Beach somewhere to the lead. And clears down to the markers a length and a half in front of Smiling Armada. 3 back and 3rd is Caesar Rocks. The first one away from the inside is One Direction. Hard on its tail as Billy Klondike travels well from Loose Cannon. Then came Bay Emerald, saving ground through along the inside. A head away next, moving 3 wide is Sunnyview Bayboy. And getting on its back last of all is the black. Round to the straight entrance they come. They have 1,200 metres left to go. They get the bell. And it is Blair Orange with Maritime Arden leading a length and a half. On a 2nd spot is Smiling Armada. 3rd to the outside, One Direction is Sunnyview Bayboy. Improves 3 wide. Gets around the outside of Billy Klondike. 3 back the inner is Caesar Rocks. 3 wide also is the Black, but reined up. Loose Cannon gets onto its tail, and last to the inside is Bay Emerald. Stables turn they are. It is Maritime Arden heading its way out of the straight. Leads a sulky's length on Sunnyview Bayboy. Working hard 3 wide here is the Black to get its way to Parked. And behind the leader is Smiling Armada. 3 back on the inside at the 800 metres is Caesar Rocks from Loose Cannon. One Direction has been shuffled 3 back on the outside and locked up from Billy Klondike the inner, and last is Bay Emerald. They bunch up and cover 7 lengths first to last down the back. And it is Maritime Arden at the 600 metre mark, leading by a length only over the Black, under a little bit of pressure on the outside here. 3 wide is Loose Cannon. Smiling Armada travels the best of the first 4 as they go off the back. Then came Sunnyview Bayboy, followed by Caesar Rocks, One Direction. Billy Klondike, and tailed off now is Bay Emerald. It is Maritime Arden, travels kindly a half a length now on the Black. Right in behind the speed is Smiling Armada. Then came Caesar Rocks, out wider is Loose Cannon and Sunnyview Bayboy. Maritime Arden turns first over Smiling Armada. Gets the run through on the inside. Out wider is the Black. It's Maritime Arden though with 100 metres left to go. She's a length and a half in front of Smiling Armada. Maritime Arden won it. Beat Smiling Armada and Caesar Rocks. One Direction 4th, then the Black. Followed over by Billy Klondike. Next to go by Sunnyview Bayboy. Loose Cannon. Bay Emerald did it all wrong at the start. It has finished last.
2, 3, 6 and 5. Matty Cross. He'll start up his own 0900 number soon, that boy. He's tipping them out left, right and centre. He's given us the winner in the first leg of the pick 6, Maritime Arden for Blair Orange. And I think best horse won it. Race 7 at Hattrick. Here's to you. Whanganui, C4s. Tough race, Blue and Curly. Likes it out wide, gets box 7. And the box 7 and box 8 form is pretty good. It's also in pretty good form. A couple of seconds in its last 2 races. Daryl, your thoughts around the sprint for the C4s?
Yes, going here for the reserve bench here, Ryan. I've gone for Bolt Allegro and Winfield Autumn. Getting off the reserve bench into the race, Bolt Allegro goes to box 1 and Winfield Autumn slots into box 2. They both had a downgraded run into a straight class 4. Bolt Allegro tried to go forward from box 7. Back on the 17th of April, couldn't get across, has gone out for a break. And it comes back fresh up, gets into box 1, hasn't done anything wrong from that inside trap. And a bit of money coming in now for the 9,390 favourite, $4.50, second favourite behind Kennelmate Blue and Curly. Winfield Autumn gets into box 2, another one that recently downgraded from class 5, didn't really get into it on that same race. They both ran in that same race too, or same night. They're Bolt Allegro and Winfield Autumn, and have been out for a good 6 weeks, and both returning fresh up. They get into the inside 2 draws. I do like the reserve dogs here, the 9 to beat the 10. Outside of that, I've also gone here for the 7 Blue and Curly, another one that's sort of getting close to another win. He has gone much better in the last couple. He's been very competitive in this grade. He's been to class 5, finds himself back in class 4, and he's good enough to go back to class 5 for Lisa Ahern in the Cap-Off Syndicate. As a result from Forbury Park comes through there, 2, 3, 6 and 5. Maritime Arden 471.40, 230 and 570. The Quinella 21.80, 547 even. The trifecta $2,031.90. The first for 2, 3, 6 and 5. So I do like the reserve dogs over the 7 Blue and Curly, and also the 2 that have come up in grade here, Grand Allegro and Homebush Ramona, coming up from very good wins here last Friday. And even though they're coming up in grade, they have to be respected. You'll say the 2 on the verge of a downgrade, probably just not going as well as Matt Roberts would want him to, but gets into an inside draw, back into an inside draw here today. And Peacock Princess has actually downgraded to class 3, but you can't go leaving her out either. She's another one that could go a big race. And Inazuma, used to seeing him on the inside. He's out there in box 8, the veteran of 12 wins. All up there now for the Here's to You, based here in Wanganui East. For the class 4 sprinters, first leg of play 6 doubles and trebles. Bunny sent on its way. Favourite is the reserve dog Bolt Allegro. Ready. And racing and jumping will send a track. Here is Homebush Ramona straight to the front out wide. Inazuma's going up hard there now with Blue and Curly looking for the rails runners. Bolt Allegro and behind. Here we go to Grand Allegro. Back in the field, Winfield Autumn's got back with Peacock Princess. And also there is Your Say. They go for home. Homebush Ramona trying hard the outsiders. Blue and Curly lunges. Blue and Curly I think may have just got up to beat Homebush Ramona. There's nothing in this. Then on crossing to Inazuma, Bolt Allegro. Not too far away. Grand Allegro. Peacock Princess was in behind them. And also back here on crossing to Your Say was amongst the last 2 or 3 as well. Big finish. Homebush Ramona set them up in front. Blue and Curly was working across from that outside draw, got there and got outside the leader coming down the bend or coming down the side of the track. Homebush Ramona, Blue and Curly gets to the outside and really lines it up on the outside. It's going to be very close, but Blue and Curly will get up on the outside of Homebush Ramona. And Inazuma will grab third. A good effort from that wide draw also. The wide dogs really getting across from the outside traps today. Blue and Curly using all of his experience. And he'll pick up win number 18. Lisa Rahun gets another one. 7, 5, 8 and 9, 17, 82. It's only going to be a head in it, 1 3/4 by 2, and the run home is 10.68. Blue and Curly for the Cap-Off Syndicate will get the win here in the first leg of play 6. Good run by Homebush Ramona coming up in grade. That sectional time was 7.14. Homebush Ramona holding down second, just getting nutted on the line. And a good run by Inazuma, getting across from that outside draw. Ahead there of the 9 Bolt Allegro, who was a bit slow away, but had every chance here going into that first corner to run into it. Blue and Curly by Magic Spike out of Rosiana Bill takes out the first leg of play 6. The Here's to You for the Class 4 sprinters here in race number 7. On to race number 8. This one, the Laser Overland. This one for the Class 4 and 5 sprinters. Scratchings here of the 2 and the 9. Matilda's Babe will come into box 2 here, Ryan. And this one, time to go here on trackside. Time to go at 7.58.
Geez, Daryl, broken my duck there, tipping out Blue and Curly. Geez, good finish though, and it took every little bit of that 305 metre sprint to wear down Homebush Ramona. 7, 5, 8 and 9. 350, 150, 180 and 350. 5 and 7, 22.90. 7, 5, 8, 285 even. 7, 5, 8 and 9, $761.60. It's Pink Ribbon Night at Hattrick Raceway. It's a great cause, and well done to Elizabeth Whelan and the committee down there. I know Liz had a big part in organising this evening's festivities. They've even got the board lit up in pink. Good night, and looking forward to the feature tonight coming in from Hattrick Race 9. Franklin Harness up next. We're off there for race number 3, 7.5 minutes away. Paramount Dream is the current favourite at $2.40. Gee, I thought the Almighty Johnson was a nice each way price at 10s and 2.40. If this one trots all the way, it's going to give a good sight. $2.40, the place money looks attractive. Just want to make sure it trots all the way. That's what's coming up next. 2,700 metres, race number 3. First leg of play 6 after the break.
Terror to Love, winner of
Welcome back to Alexandra Park here on TAB Trackside 1, Friday night for the Franklin Trotting Club. Horses are out on the track for the next race on the program as the early quaddie continues. This race does feature Charlemagne as we get close to the Jewels tomorrow at Ashburton Raceway. Charlemagne's won a couple of Jewels and lines up here at around about $8.40 on the tote, $10 on fixed odds. The favourite for race number 3 tonight, the Dawn Ball Memorial Handicap Trot, is Paramount Dream. Paramount Dream didn't do things right at the start last week, but did run a good race despite that, and the money's there today. If she steps, she'll get away, and she's a massive chance. John and Josh Dickey. Josh Dickey takes the drive, and I think Josh is on the plane with Zach fairly shortly. I think Zach's hanging around and jumping on the plane with Josh. They'll be leaving after this race here, after Josh takes the reins on this daughter of Pegasus Spur out of Paramount Star. Others in this race, the Almighty Johnson, number 4. It's under the $10 mark. Tony Hurley's had a good night tonight. This horse last Friday broke away, or broke at the 500 metres, I should say. Things were going right all the way up to the 500, and that race won by to Bjorn. The Almighty Johnson was gone after that and wasn't there at the business end. We'll catch up with Tony Hurley now and find out his thoughts on last week's run. Tony, the Almighty Johnson, things were going pretty well up until about the 500 metres last week.
Yeah, it was a bit disappointing that he made a break. He just probably got a bit excited when I come out. He was sort of travelling nice enough, so it was just a shame he made a break. He just got a bit carried away with things, which he can do, but he had been trotting pretty good up to that point. So yeah, but a bit more experience will do him the world of good. And there's a few nicer horses off marks in this race, but yeah, he could be thereabouts though with a bit of luck.
Son of Majestic Sun, there has been a large bet taken with Steve Richardson at the bookmaker's desk on the Almighty Johnson, $1,500 at that $10 mark, and now the forerunner at $8 on final field fixed odds, but someone did get on at 10 with the $1,500 bet. To Bjorn, the horse which won that race last week, is coming off the 10 metres tonight. Peter Ferguson for Richard Brosnan, looking to go back to back. Regal Petite comes off the 40 metres, runner number 9 here. It's at $9.50 and $2.10. It's at start number 47. Paulette Screen and David Butcher, they had a placing earlier on today. Here's start number 47. Came off the 20 metres, its last few runs over the 2,700 metres, off the 40 metres tonight, Regal Petite. But I certainly think that she can be there or thereabouts tonight outside of the likes of Paramount Dream, but you've certainly got to have Paramount Dream in this race also. In terms of your quaddie, make sure you chuck her in also. Nothing else through from the bookmakers at this stage. I've gone Regal Petite to beat Charlemagne. These back markers here. Charlemagne off the 55 metres. As we mentioned, we haven't seen Charlemagne, or have seen Charlemagne once since January's Trotters Flying Stakes, and prior to that in the National Trot behind Chamon, and of course Stent was the winner at Cambridge. Came off the 35 metres here on the 8th of May, and the race won by KD Hall. And off the 55 metres tonight, Charlemagne, in terms of the class of horse that he's faced and up against it tonight, certainly one you'd want to throw in. And yep, Jules tomorrow, and Charlemagne's won a couple of them. There's a good look at Paramount Dream at start number 11, has won the 3 from 10. And yeah, just gets things right at the start, will be a massive chance here. 9, 10, 7 and 3 for me. Chuck Paramount Dream in there, probably would put it ahead of Hot Chocolate Tart, all things being considered. Hot Chocolate Tart was a winner 3 starts ago over Makarewa Jake, and was in that KD Hall race last week and ran 4th in that particular event. Comes off the 10 metres next to Bjorn. There she is. She's by Continental Man out of French Connection. We'll head up to you, Aaron Whites, and find out your thoughts here around the third tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Charlemagne second up. I've just watched the prelim too, and Phil Butcher's given him a real good searching prelim. So he's got the 55 metres to overcome, but we're
Trent,
talking about a C1
to the north,
front here.
Tell us what brings you up here.
The son of Earl has to be in the mix. He's going for his 14th victory at start 71 tonight. And of course, as you mentioned, he is a dual Jules winner, so he does race well this time of year. and Phil Butcher for Colin Butler. I'll have him on top over 9. The Breeders' Stakes winner, Regal Petite. She's got to come off the 40 metres, running on nicely in her last couple, David Butcher. 7 Hot Chocolate Tart, so well in the mix. Nikki Chilcott, good win, 3 starts ago. Back that up with 2 good runs. And the enigma in the race is Paramount Dream. Her form from Mobile's excellent. Her form from Standing Starts, she's blowing them the last 3. So, yep, she'll start the favourite again at $2.60 and $2, but you probably want a bit more than that for the way she has been handling the Standing Starts of late, and she does meet a pretty good field here too. 10, 9, 7 and 3 for me in the Dawn Ball Memorial Handicap Trot, celebrating the life of a wonderful lady in harness racing for many, many a year, wife, mother, grandmother, Dawn Ball. Of course, wife to Ken and mum to Derek.
Thanks very much for that, Aaron. They'll step up shortly. Interesting to note, off the 10 metres meander with Pegasus, Trent Leatherby. I did do an interview with him. We might not be able to play that. We might do, but he was talking about meander with Pegasus. We might get to him later on. His uncle's horse, Cashin, Jason and Scott Leatherby. Of course, he's just started with Jay Abernathy, has Trent Leatherby, and he's brought Cashin up with him to work with Jay Abernathy, and he had his first drive at the workouts last week. Does Trent? Best of luck to him here with runner number 5, Meander with Pegasus. Dawn Ball Memorial Handicap Trot. Favourite will start number 3, Paramount Dream. Here's Aaron's call on the 3rd.
Thanks, Mark. And the Trotters face up to starter Frank Phelan. We'll watch the favourite Paramount Dream, see how she negotiates the stand tonight. She's off the front tape. They come up now. Barrier Strands release. Paramount Dream, no, she's canning away again. Oh, she comes down into a trot pretty quickly, though, this time. And she'll settle back 4th last. She does give up a wee bit of an advantage, and Regal Petite's gone off stride. That's an uncharacteristic gallop by her. She'll go back to last. So the early lead goes to the Almighty Johnson over Gintaris, safely on the journey with Hot Chocolate Tart to his outside as they sweep across the showground's turn first occasion. 2 lengths Tourbillon takes up the early 1-1 around Springfield Legacy on the inside as they turn off the showground's turn and work into the lane. Further back, Meander with Pegasus. Paramount Dream to its inside. There's a good 8 lengths away in the field then to Revenue Maker and Charlemagne. Well, they're making him work in the early stages, and further back in the field after an early gallop, Regal Petite. Judge and 2 to go. The Almighty Johnson and the Iceman Tony Hurley over Gintaris getting that nice run in the trail. Then Hot Chocolate Tart. Springfield Legacy 3 back on the inside. In the 1-1 is Tourbillon. In fact, we'll go back to the markers as Hot Chocolate Tart now goes back to the markers in front of it. Then Paramount Dream. There's 8 or 10 lengths away in the field to Revenue Maker, tracked up by the back marker Charlemagne. Further away, Regal Petite and Meander with Pegasus gallop through the home straight back last. Paramount Dream's off and looking to get around runners here for Joshua as they get down to the mile and lead time. The Almighty Johnson, though, will race. Paramount Dream, lead time 1:27.7. Gintaris in the trail. They're followed by Springfield Legacy. Hurley, he does not want to hand up the lead. He may well do it now as they come onto the showgrounds turn. He will. So he did race Paramount Dream. We'll see if that has some added benefit in around 1,400 metres time as they swing for home. Further back in the field, Hot Chocolate Tart now 5th. They're followed by Tourbillon. Revenue Maker, Charlemagne's caught the main body of the field. He's been chasing hard, though, from that back mark. Regal Petite and Meander with Pegasus, I say no chance. 30 and 2 the opening quarter. Dawn Ball Memorial Handicap Trot. Paramount Dream the favourite by 2. Over the Almighty Johnson, Gintaris. They're followed by Springfield Legacy. Charlemagne, well, he's been chasing through the race, so Phil Butcher says, well, you might as well continue running. And that's what he'll do. He'll come up on the outside park. Hot Chocolate Tart just looking to ease out in front of him. Does so. That puts the back marker now out 3 wide. Then Tourbillon. Revenue Makers galloped around the stables corner final time. The other pair no chance. 32 and 9 the second quarter. Paramount Dream doing everything right tonight, leading by 2.5 over the Almighty Johnson. Charlemagne is close enough, if good enough. 3rd and Park. Gintaris 4th and 3 back on the inside. 1-1 Hot Chocolate Tart for Nikki Chilcott. Then Springfield Legacy and Tourbillon. 500 to go. Paramount Dream off the back. Right there is Charlemagne, the Jules winner, back on the inside. The Almighty Johnson. Then came Hot Chocolate Tart. Gintaris, stablemate Tourbillon, and drifting away. Springfield Legacy, 30 and 7 the quarter down the back. Paramount Dream, a length and a half. Charlemagne tries very hard the outside. There followed the Almighty Johnson. Hot Chocolate Tart, Tourbillon to the outside. Gintaris for the passing lane. It's Paramount Dream by 2. Over the Almighty Johnson, Gintaris. Charlemagne can't go on with it. Tourbillon and Hot Chocolate Tart, but Paramount Dream doing everything right. Rushing it at late now is the Almighty Johnson. Paramount Dream shutting up shop, but she'll just get in. Paramount Dream over the Almighty Johnson. Gintaris, Tourbillon and Hot Chocolate Tart. Charlemagne, well, he chased hard throughout. They've run 3:31.2, so from his 55 he would have had to go near track record time to beat them. Further back in the field to Regal Petite, they were followed by Springfield Legacy. Meander with Pegasus back with those, and Revenue Maker 3:31.2 off the front. 29.6 was the final quarter. Paramount Dream, well, at the 100 she looked like she had the race sewn up. She may have knocked off the job here. Almighty Johnson's lunged at her late, but will come up around a head short on the line. Gintaris, nice run after doing everything right for third. And stablemate Tourbillon to secure the fourth position in the Dawn Ball Memorial Handicap Trot.
Official placings, race 3, the Dawn Ball Memorial Handicap Trot. 3, 4, 2, 6, 7, 10. 3, 4, 2, 6, 7, 10. Horse 3, Paramount Dream, trotted the 2,700 metres from a stand in 3:31.25. Mile rate of 25.9. Last 860.3, the 429.6. The margins ahead, 3 3/4 lengths, 1 1/2 lengths. 3, 4, 2, 6, 7, 10. Race 3, the Dawn Ball Memorial Handicap Trot.
Fanfare for the connections of Paramount Dream, picking up a performance incentive bonus tonight. Mrs. J.R. Davies, J.B. Davies, Mrs. M.A. Plain, along with Mrs. J.E. Sutherland and J.J. Hope. Congratulations to you, and good to see you do everything right tonight and secure her fourth victory at start 11. John and Joshua Dickey, the trainers out of Clevedon, and Joshua Dickey back at the head of the field with Paramount Dream. Pegasus Spur, 3-year-old bay filly out of Paramount Star, bred by Stud Home Bloodstock Limited and GF Gimlets. In the victory circle, Ken Ball and the family, Derek Ball down there representing the family and also the Franklin Trotting Club. For the Almighty Johnson, Majestic Sun into Bank, 3-year-old bay gelding, raced by R.C. Johnson, Miss J.H. Cole, C.C. Johnson and Mrs. M.F. Johnson. Tony Hurley, the trainer-driver out of Papakura. 2 Gintaris in for a third. The great success 5-year-old bay gelding out of Lovely Amber, raced by Mrs. J.L. Brosnan and R.J. Magnus. Richard Brosnan, the trainer-driver from Ardmore. Totes Paramount Dream at $2.80 and $2.30, $2.80, $2.30 for the Almighty Johnson, $2.20, $2.20, 2 Gintaras, $5.40, $5.40. Quinella, $11.90, $11.90. Trifecta, $199.20, $199.20. And the first four, $1,222, $1,222.
Cullen standing at stud, and he'll stand another season at Pineley Farm the upcoming year. We're about to move up and behind the Keep It Clean mobile now for the girls. The Golden Girls over 1,700 metres. They should fly the trip here. The race favourite is number 7, Woodley DJ, as the whistle blows. Katie Cox in the bike for Tom Twiddle. Last check of the tote here for race number 7. The second leg of pick 6 tells us that Woodley DJ is at 170 and 140 the tote. $1.45 with the bookies. $1.08 the place if you're playing that. 360, 160 around Amonis. The winner 2 starts ago. She trialled them behind Venus Serena just 10 days ago. In 257 around Ashburton did Amonis, the daughter of Peruvian Hanover. Looking for win 2 at start 21, and she's pretty keen to go. Number 3 in the book, Amonis. She's right on the nickel as they move up behind the gate. Woodley DJ favourite draw on the outside. Indian Arrow comes up. Gee, she's keen, Amonis. Jenna Lee comes forward. Stylish Babe, she's pretty ready to go too. Swiss Lass and She's Wicked racing in the colours of Mark Jones. It'll be $25, thank you. Up behind the gate. Gee, they're ready, these lot. Up they go. 1,700 metres for the girls. They'll fly the trip. Favourite draw on the outside. Ready. Green light. Racing. Speed coming from Swiss Lass and Amonis. Out wider, Woodley DJ goes forward early. Fourth and behind the speed is Stylish Babe, racing to the outside of She's Wicked. A length and a half away then to Jenna Lee, and going back to last is Indian Arrow. Amonis found the lead, got down to the markers and leads the favourite a length and a half. Woodley DJ is parked. A half a length away, third to the inside is Swiss Lass, and they run this at good speed. Stylish Babe won the outside around She's Wicked, then came Jenna Lee, and last is Indian Arrow. White wheels round the bend with Amonis, found the lead pretty comfortably and leads a length and a half to Woodley DJ, and it drops a bit nicely outside of the leader here. Third and behind the speed is Swiss Lass, 1-1 for Stylish Babe. Races to the outside of She's Wicked. Then came Jenna Lee, giving a cut with the whip with a lap left to go. And back to last, travelling okay as Indian Arrow. It is Amonis taking them to the stables turn. Leads a length and a half to Woodley DJ, content to race park now. Swiss Lass third and behind the speed. Fourth the outer is Stylish Babe as they go to the 800 metres. Buried 3 back on the inside is She's Wicked, good tempo. A length away on the outer is Jenna Lee as they go to the back, and 2 lengths away last is Indian Arrow. Midway between far turns they are. Plugs out on the leader. It is Amonis leading by a length and a half on Woodley DJ. Racing to the outside, leaders 1 and 2 both travel well. Third is Swiss Lass. On the outside of them is Stylish Babe as they burn off the back of the track. Then came She's Wicked to the inside of Jenna Lee, and 2 lengths away last is Indian Arrow. Pressure on now inside the 400 metres, and these two go to war. It is Amonis leads by a neck only over Woodley DJ, who goes up to it now. About 2 lengths away then to Swiss Lass from Stylish Babe. It is Amonis in front. Woodley DJ the outside goes to it now. Then came Swiss Lass from Stylish Babe. Amonis with a kick. Woodley DJ to the outside, put her head in front. Amonis the inside. Woodley DJ the outer, put a neck on it now. Woodley DJ, the good thing on the night home, won by a length over Amonis. Third to go by Swiss Lass, then came Stylish Babe. First 4 gap the others. Jenna Lee from Indian Arrow, and She's Wicked. 140, 130. Quinella of the night it was. Amonis second, 170. Swiss Lass third. No third dividend. Nice drive, Katie Cox. Didn't panic. Happy to sit outside of Amonis. She knew the entire that Amonis was going to burn to the lead and wasn't going to let her go. She had the horsepower. Woodley DJ, number 7. Makes it win 4 at start 49 tonight. The daughter of McCardle out of Siakis. Raced by SM and Tom Twiddle. He trains at Rangiora. And Katie Cox gets another victory here on the turf of Forbury Park. Amonis second, the 4-year-old by Peruvian Hanover. Out of Netanya, David White for Graham and Paul Court, and Swiss Lass third, the mare by Falcon Sealster out of Lucerne Lil. Mike Love for Damien Love at Charing Cross. She was happy to sit outside of the leader the entire round the bend. They really put the burn on down to the 300 metre mark, and Woodley DJ has got there pretty comfortably in the end. Amonis set a good tempo for them to follow, and the first 4 have gapped the remainder of the field here. Ryan, race number 7 goes the way of the favourite, Woodley DJ, far too good in the Golden Girls heat.
Yeah, good race in the home straight too. 7, 3, 2 and the 4, and Woodley DJ makes it win number 4 at start 49, the 5-year-old mare by McArdle out of a New York motoring mare. Katie Cox was on the best one and keeps the pick 6 punters happy after 2 legs. Next up, race 8, meeting code 10. We're back at Hattrick, the C4s and C5s. Racing here over the sprint distance. I like Super Rooster here, Daryl, $4.50. Comes out of that Premier Sprint final on New Zealand Futurity night where we saw Semantics take that race out. I know it didn't really perform in that race, but I think it'll find this a lot easier and has a bit of class on this field. Angela Turnwell does the training at Foxton. So I'm liking the 6 here, and I can see by looking at this tote that the punters, they're going to get some value if they back anything each way.
It's a good field, this one, Ryan. Yes, Super Rooster's not out of this. There's no doubt about that. Has been very close up in good races over the last 3 or 4 starts and tough opposition as well. So no doubt Super Rooster, the support there with the book, $4.50, currently second favourite, sliding out to $6.40 on the tote, but the bookmakers are keeping it very safe there, Super Rooster. A result there from Forbury Park, Woodley DJ, 140 and 130. Number 3 there at 170, no third. 3-7 Cornella, 230. The 7-3-2 try, 14.20 in the first 4, 57.70. 2-7 double, 6.90 the concession, 5.20, and 11.27 treble at $22.40. So Super Rooster not out of this. Number 8, All in Berlin, is my first selection. The wide runners seem to be doing very well here from the outside, and All in Berlin comes back to box 8, just a 1 start from box 8 for a win, and we'll be looking to scout around the outside, a good chance of doing so. She has mixed up her distances over the 520 and also the sprint journey as well. And All in Berlin I do like out there in box 8. Shin Zigzag's also got a very good box 1 record, 5 starts for 2 wins and 3 minors. Now he's fresh up today, but he will appreciate the inside draw and looking to keep up his very good box 1 record. And Azuma got across from box 8 for 3rd placing in that last one for Brian Goldsack and Sandy Denby. And Shin Zigzag has to be considered with his favourite box 1. Corborn Midget, another one that's currently favourite, $4 with the book. who are getting slightly better on the tote there at 5.20 and 1.90. Corborn Midget, another one that hasn't had a great deal of luck in the last couple, has had 3 weeks off, and it has been a tough ride for her in this class, but she did pick up a Class 5 3-back here a month ago. And if she can pick the jump here, Corborn Midget, she is a huge chance in this, and she's quick enough to take this out, but just has to get it right at the start. The last couple, she hasn't really been picking the jump. Big Time Dash is another one that's on the verge of once again dropping out of a Class 5, but he's always sort of been heading in between Class 4 and Class 5 as well. And Big Time Dash up, pretty much the same case as Corborn Midget. If he can get the jump, he's right in this. He has put away tougher fields, especially at the Manawatu Raceway. Homebush Ariel, another one out there in box 5, no form, but talking to Stephen McInerney, he is very happy with her coming into this, and may need a run or two. She hasn't raced since the 9th of April, but she's got ability, and she's good enough to get another win to her career. And Waterbug out there in box 7 for Lana Udy, and we've seen Waterbug put away some very good fields. And Matilda's Bay for John MacArthur will find this a bit easier, gets into box 2. Laser Overland for the Class 4 and 5, the first of 3 Class 4 and 5 sprints tonight here at Hattrick. The favourite and joint favourites, Corborn Midget, up the 3 and All in Berlin out wide. Looking to scout round the outside. Sprinting up tonight. Race 8. Running on its way now for this. Ready. And racing and jumping well the inside. Corborn Midget goes straight to the front out wide. Waterbug trying to come across, and All in Berlin also looking to get around the outside. Shin Zigzag the rail, getting a run through. Super Rooster along there with Matilda's Babe, getting a shuffle now. Waterbug, All in Berlin back there. Big Time Dasher and Homebush Ariel, up they come. Corborn Midget easily gets there from Shin Zigzag. Then we go to Matilda's Babe, got through to 3rd, ahead of Super Rooster to 4. A gap back in the field here to Orland Berlin, couldn't get across, and towards the tail here we had Big Time Dasher, Homebush Ariel and Wooderbug after a good beginning. Also got wiped out trying to get across, and we'll be back there in the last 2 or 3. Just got the jump Corborn Midget. That's all she has to do. She jumped straight to the front. She put a brake on them, and it was all over from there on in. She's very quick once she gets onto that lure, and she's pulled right away. Shin Zigzag's kept up his very good box 1 record. Another placing for the Gold Sack Denby team. And Matilda's Babe also with a better draw will grab that third ahead of the 6 Super Rooster. 3, 1, 10 and 6, and they've run 17.68. Not quite a PB for Corborn Midget, but she will take it along with Matt Roberts, and Stu Dickinson gets the win. 17.68. Win number 11 off start 32, 6.99. That's sectional, and the run home 10.69, and just awaiting for the margins to appear. 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 by 1.5, and Corborn Midget Matt Roberts gets the win by Oaks Road out of Asterix, takes out race 8 here at Hattrick over the 1 Shin Zigzag, following the rail through. There was a bit of trouble with the outside dogs trying to get across, but he got that charm run through in the rail to take second, and Matilda's Babe into third. Takes us on to the main event of the night. This one, the Indulge Skin Spa Pink Ribbon Racing Series Final. $11,000 up for grabs. 2 heats here last week, the top 4 going through. And what a wonderful race this is going to be. Lisa Ahern, who's had a wonderful night, will line up in this with a total of 6 representatives. I did say 6, 5 I meant. 5 representatives in this race. Smash Allegro, Kissing Gwyneth, also Really Clever and Defino. Check the Mail up against Father and Son in Kiltune, Glenn Hodgson and Dad with Speed Legend, and the Master, the wonderful Master of Greyhound Training, Ray Adcock with Willis here. Ryan, looking forward to it. We'll also kick off the quaddie and a double. Race 9, time to go at 8:28.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. The Indulge Skin Spa Pink Ribbon Racing Series over the 520 will have a squiz at a market. 3, 1, 10 and 6 in the 8th though. Corborn Midget 370, 190. Absolutely pinged away. She was all over early. Shin Zigzag second 240. Matilda's Babe 340. 1 and 3 1850. 3, 1, 10 266.50. 3, 1, 10 6 1242.90. The double, 7 and 3, 10, 20, 7 and 1, 78, 70. Quick look at the feature. It's race 9, kicks off the quaddie. Kiltune's going to be tough to roll. $2 the book, 230 and money back. It's won, 18 from 25. It's won 8 of 11 at Hattrick. Loves it there. Looking to spoil the Ahern party that's going on. Lisa with 5 runners in the feature. Race 9, 8:28 p.m. 7 minutes away from Alexandra Park, race number 4. And this is the Day of Edge Tour Car Mobile Pace, 2,200 metres, and Sir Richie, $1.90 and $1.15. I think it ran second behind She Smooth last week, and She Smooth absolutely bolted in last night. So on the back of that second, that's good form, and I think the $1.90 is certainly the right sort of price to be having a place. Certainly if you've got a big balance in your account, not a bad option there, the $1.90 on Sir Richie, just in behind the way She's Smooth absolutely trounced them last night at Cambridge. 6 minutes away to Franklin Harness on the back of the break.
TAB Trackside 1 back here at Alexandra Park. The Franklin Trotting Club's meeting continues. And this is the Day of Edge Tuakau Mobile Pace, race number 4, the final leg of the early quaddie. And the money's immediately come for Walk of Fame back into $2.70. Was it $2.50 a couple of hours ago? Was $3 before we went to break. Into $2.70 now, $2.10 for Sir Richie. These two, I think, are going to fight things out. They've got a similar form line leading into this. The son of Christian Cullen, Sir Richie, as Ryan mentioned, that great finish last week in behind She Smooth. It was an eye-catching second. And She Smooth, came out and won for Mango last night at Cambridge Raceway. An impressive performance there. This horse has won 2 from 5. In shot is Walk of Fame, runner number 4, the filly by Better's Delight out of In Hollywood for Charlie Roberts. Tony Herlihy trains and drives. Earlier tonight had a word with him about the chances of Walk of Fame and whether this filly can make it 3 on the trot. Walk of Fame in race number 4 tonight, really come into her own in the past month or so.
Yeah, she sort of just kept stepping up. She earlier on the season seemed a nice enough filly and was probably a little bit disappointed in the middle part of the season. But she's racing good and honest, and she's always puts herself in the race at this stage. So she's drawn handy, and there's a bit of speed all around us. But but with the right run, she can be thereabouts again. Yeah.
So that's Tony Herlihy around the chances of Walk of Fame. Up against Sir Richie right next to it. Others in the race include number 1 Cyclone Kate at $5.20 and $2.10, $6 final field. Gareth Dixon prepares and Brent Mangos takes the drive as he looks for 2 wins tonight. And again, this horse meets Walk of Fame as she did back on the 8th of May when she ran 5th to Walk of Fame. Let's hear what Brent Mangos had to say around the chances of Cyclone Kate. Brent, race number 4 you drive, Cyclone Kate, barrier number 1, won a couple of starts ago and finished off nicely, last start behind Walk of Fame.
Yeah, that's right. From the one draw, I think she's probably very hard to beat tonight in this field with Stephen Reed's horse is scratched, probably the one to beat. So look, from 1, she should be very hard to beat.
So there's Brent Mangos, pretty keen about Cyclone Kate, so you'll certainly have to throw it in, and hopefully you've got it in the early quaddie. I put Walk of Fame on top. Looking to go the 3 on the trot and make it win number 5 at start number 19. Of course, Sir Richie really turned the eye. It's a couple of weeks ago it did, and then last week with that second to She Smooth, coming home in 56.3 they did last week. Yeah, certainly have to throw that one in. In terms of the early quaddie, it's been 2.5 Tigers, which was not the favourite in the first event, which got the money at a nice price for Brent Mangos, who was taking the drive. And that was in the first leg of the early quaddie. Miss Daisy in the second leg for Robert Dunn, who's also got Geisha Girl a bit later on in the program. And Paramount Dream for John and Josh Dickey in race number 3, the third leg of the early quaddie. Favourite home there, 3, 9 and 3 in the early quaddie. Cyclone Kate, 183. I Am the One, 2,200. Sir Richie, 54, 58 for Walk of Fame, 134 for Unforgiving, and Flying Loose at 2,600. Aaron's gone 4, 3, 1 and 5 in this, and I've gone 4, 3, 1 and 2. Chucked in I Am the One, and for 4th for the Cooney and Hopkins team. So a good little race this one with few nice chances. You're not discounting Cyclone Kate off the 1, but it's certainly Walk of Fame and Sir Richie, the top 2. And just checking to see if we've got something through from the bookmakers at this stage. Not quite yet, ahead of race number 4 tonight. Race number 5 tonight's the Powell Transport 41st North Island Breeders' Stakes, and it does kick off the TAB Quaddie, and that one features the Fascinator, who's going to be tough to beat. Brent Mangos, though, thinks that Rock and Ruby can match it in terms of its efforts of late. Rock and Ruby in that first leg of the quaddie. Small field, that one too, but the Fascinator certainly turned a few heads on Saturday at the workouts and at its last winning performance on the 24th of April, so around about a month ago. That's the first leg of the second quaddie, which is away at 8:40, but most will still be alive in the first one. Aaron, up to you for your thoughts on the 4th.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. I'm with 4 Walk of Fame, slick winner over the 1,700 metres 2 starts ago, then backed it up with a very nice victory last Friday night, beating home Double O Dino. I'll go that way for the Iceman. 3, Sir Richie, doing everything right. Good back-to-back victories prior to being runner-up in behind She's Smooth, which is a good form line because she came out and won again last night at Cambridge. She's Smooth, David Butcher for the Cooney Hopkins team. 1, Cyclone Kate, aided by the inside draw. You get a bit of confidence with Mango. He's an aggressive driver. He might be able to use that aggression from barrier 1. $4.60, $1.60. He thought Cyclone Kate was a major player from there. And 5, Unforgiving, running on in her 2 starts this campaign. Small field will help her chances. You get double each way at $10.20 and $3. No third dividend available here. 4, 3, 1 and 5 for me as the runners brush up in behind the yellow bar arm. For a Day of Edge Tour cow, mobile pace, 2,200 metres to complete the early quaddie on the 8 race program tonight under the ribbon of light at Alexandra Park for the Franklin Park team. And Day of Edge, the Mackin and the team being great supporters of Franklin Park, and they swing into the lane. Half a dozen contestants. Day of Edge Tour cow mobile pace. Green light activated by Frank Phelan, and they're off. And Walk of Fame shows great gate speed, but racing it is Cyclone Kate. So Cyclone Kate wants the lead, and Mango, he'll get it. Walk of Fame will ease and trail as they work into the stables corner. I Am the One will lead up its stablemates, then Sir Richie, who will settle down in 4th, and the other stablemates at the rear. Back second last is Unforgiving Simon Lawson, and last is Flying Loose and Salish Abernathy. Turning into the back, Cyclone Kate freewheeling away by 4 for Mango. Over Walk of Fame and the Iceman in the trail. 3 lengths away, I Am the One and Phil Butcher. David Butcher, Sir Richie in 4th. They're followed then by Unforgiving, the Art Major filly second last, and Flying Loose back last. 43 and 4 was the lead time. 1,500 to go. So turn off and work to the showgrounds turn. And Cyclone Kate, the Mark III filly, and leads by 2.5. Now over Walk of Fame, gunning for a hat-trick of victories here at Alexandra Park. So in third is I Am the One, tracked up by its stablemate Sir Richie, the son of Christian Cullen. Back in the field is Unforgiving. And back last is Flying Loose, the son of Mark III. Into the lane they come, and 33.2 was the opening quarter. So Mango, he only burned off the gate, and then he's had pretty relaxed terms out in front since on Cyclone Kate. Judge Bell, 1 to go. Walk of Fame trailing now. I Am the One gets away from the markers. Sir Richie will track its stablemate into the contest. Stables corner final time. And still Unforgiving at it. Stablemate Flying Loose bringing up the tail. 900 to go. Cyclone Kate just nodding the head around in front here for Mango. Up on the outside, I Am the One. She wants to go a bit faster. Cyclone Kate into the back. 31 and 2 was the second quarter. 64.4 the half. No wonder she's asking Mango for a little bit more rain. Walk of Fame in the trail. 1-1 Sir Richie. There followed Unforgiving. And Flying Loose back last. It's just going to be a thunder for the last 500 metres here. And Cyclone Kate to the end of the back straight by 3/4. I Am the One second and parked. Walk of Fame will wait the passing lane. Sir Richie 1-1, so the 2 favourites in stalking positions. 400 left to go. 29 and 7 the quarter down the back. Then Unforgiving and Flying Loose. Now the sprinters on. Cyclone Kate to a balance up over I Am the One. Walk of Fame passing lane. Sir Richie to the outside, homeward bound. Cyclone Kate and Mango. Walk of Fame down on the passing lane. Now comes strongly. Cyclone Kate, Walk of Fame. 75 to go. Cyclone Kate. Oh, put that down to a Mango special. Beautiful drive. Cyclone Kate, Walk of Fame, Sir Richie third. Then I Am the One, Unforgiving, and Flying Loose 244.2. 28 point, make it 26.5 final quarter. 56.3 was the half. Was only going to be a sprint home. And, well, Cyclone Kate told us at the 900 she wanted more rain. Mango said, you just wait for me, girl. I'll tell you when to go. Mango said, go now at the 400. And she's run a slick last 400. Too good. Great to see her back in the winner's circle again. The Mark III filly. That's win 6 at start 22 tonight as well. Walk of Fame tried hard. Sir Richie every chance in third. I Am the One's done a bit of work. Nice run for a fourth. And the Day of Edge Tuakau Mobile Pace. Beauty by Brent Mangos.
Official placings, race 4, the Day of Edge Tuakau Mobile Pace. 143-256. 143-256. Horse 1, Cyclone Kate, paced the 2200 metres in 2:44.29. It's a mile rate of 2 minutes, 0.1. Last 856.3. The 426.5. The margins 2 lengths, 2.5 lengths ahead. 143-256. Race 4, the Day of Edge Tuakau Mobile Pace.
Beautiful Brent Mangos drive gets Cyclone Kate home. Mark 3 Brown, 3-year-old filly out of Heir to the Throne. MD Lion, Ant Strawn, Kyle Mills, Heath Mills, Gareth Dixon, the owners. Gareth Dixon trained at Pukekohe. Let's have a look at that smile on Mango's face. It's a beauty as well. He knows he's put in a beauty drive. Had to burn off the gate to fight off the advances of Walk of Fame in the early stages. Then walked the middle section. Sprints home. She gets her 6th victory at start 22. Bred by the owners, Cyclone Kate, Mark 3 Heir to the Throne, Brown filly. Gareth Dixon trained at Pookie, one of the co-owners there, and breeders of the horse as well. 4 Walk of Fame, Better's Delight in Hollywood Bay, 3-year-old filly, tried hard. CJ Roberts, the owner, Tony Hill, he the trainer-driver out of Papakura. 3 Sir Richie, 3rd. Christian Cullen Bay, 3-year-old gelding out of Wicklow Express. TP Fleming, Mrs. J.E. Fleming, the owners. Frank Cooney and Tate Hopkins trained at Taupaki, and David Butcher. Totes will see Cyclone Kate's return. $4.60 and $1.90. $4.60 and $1.90. 4 Walk of Fame at $1.60, $1.60, and 3 Sir Richie, no third. Quinella $5.40, $5.40. Trifecta $19.50, $19.50. First 4 $77.20, $77.20. 3 and 1 in the double at $13.20, $13.20. 3 and 4 concession $2.90, $2.90. First treble $9.31, $44.50, $44.50. And the early quaddie 3-9, 3 and 1, $183.40, $183.40.
Starsky's Dream in there with Highview Anwell and Lionel's Medal. Then race number 10, Better Scoot. He'll be a very short price favourite in that. And then you've got High Gun and Cullen's Finest and Art Is Me in the last. Whistle's gone now for race number 8 on the program. This is the final for the Forbury Park Sprint Series. The fastest time so far is held by Highview Anwell, 1:23.8. Ravos Rustler went 1:24 when winning last time, and Sage went 1:26.1. About to move up. 1,200 metres, top of the straight to the judge. One lap of Forbury Park. The favourite is drawn barrier 1, Avros Rustler, 190, 130, 160 and 112. Sage 420, 190, 440 and $2. And behind the gate, top of the straight, Keep It Clean Mobile, almost set, should fly the trip. So a 157 mile ride over 1,700 metres in the previous. We're ready, the final, set to go, green light, they're racing. Speed off the arm from Avros Rustler and also Star of Courage out wider. Throwing the cat amongst the pigeons here is Firebreak. Going across with it is Sage, and the favourite is going to be clearly crossed Avros Rustler. Out of the straight they go. Sage is going to work on to the lead through a rough step in, but it's going to find the top over Firebreak. Avros Rustler 3 back on the inside is third from Benora Boy. Caught 3 wide at the 800 metre mark then as they go out of the straight is 1 out of 4. Then came Hudson Sally, and last on the inside is Star of Courage. Down the back, he's trying to get an easy 100 metres into them here, Matthew Williamson with Sage. He had a look over the right shoulder. He saw 1 out of 4 come up 3 wide. Benora Boy poked up in the centre. Right in behind the speed is Firebreak. Then Avros Rustler, the favourite 3 back on the inside from Hudson Sally. And last of all is Star of Courage. They go to the 400 metre mark. They are blistering. It is Sage leading and travels well by 1 length only over Benora Boy second. Washington VC lane upcoming for Firebreak. 3 wide in the open, 1 out of 4, then Hudson Sally. Avros Rustler and Star of Courage. It's Sage turning first. Leads a length and a half to Benora Boy. Here's Hudson Sally out wider. Through it on the inside is Firebreak. Benora Boy, Hudson Sally made the lead. Benora Boy through on the inside, Firebreak. Hudson Sally on the inside, Firebreak. Hudson Sally won it. Hudson Sally beat Firebreak. Third to go by Benora Boy. Then came Sage. Avros Rustler out by the Star of Courage, and the last one to clock in, 1 out of 4. Hudson Sully, number 5 for Nora Bishop and Katie Cox. That gives Katie a double. Nora Bishop 2 in the space of a week, and Hudson Sully, she gave it a cosy run on the outside, peeled at the top of the straight, did no work in the running, and Hudson Sully tonight with the sliding blinds on by Courage Under Fire of Julia Rose makes it win 6 at start 106. Raced by Nora. She trains up the road at Tomahawk, and Katie Cox gets a double on tonight's program with number 5 Hudson Sully around $13.90 and $3.80. Top of the straight, it was anybody's race. Firebreak came through along the inside with a pretty good run after working off the arm. Sage was still there. Benora Boy, a good run after having to sit part. Favourite Avros Rustler, 3 back on the inside, his undoing. But Hudson Sally, that's a well-deserved victory for this one. Win number 6 at start 106 for the 7-year-old by Courage Under Fire. Has been incredibly unlucky on many occasions. Galloped into the first bend last time after being used out of the gate. Cuddled up tonight, sliding blinds on. Katie Cox gets a double and 6 points in the Stonewall Stud Drivers Challenge. Back at the head of the field, a local victory here in the Stun and Cullen Sprint Series final over 1,200 metres. It's going to be interesting to see what sort of a time they run. Williamson tried to pinch an easy 100 metres from about the 700 to the 600 down the back of the track, but the time to beat 1:23.8. To confirm, here's Ken Dempster.
Stun and Cullen Sprint Series final, mobile pace. All places confirmed. The winner is 5, Hudson Sally, then 6, 2, 7, 1, 3. The call again, 5, 6, 2, 7, 1, 3. The margin 3/4 of length, 1 length, 1 1/4 lengths. The winner's time 1:26.25. The last 800, 58.9. The 400, 29.2. To check in, 5, 6, 2, 7, 1, 3.
And the pink reins too, Katie Cox, Hudson Sully. Yeah, just up the road at Tomahawk. Good surf up at Tomahawk, and this one just came rolling on home in the Sprint Series final. There is the result: 5, 6, 2 and 7, 1880 and 480, 530 no third, 5 and 6, 95.20, 5, 6 and 2, 786.20, 5, 6, 2, 7, $3,047.90. Pick 6 update, 152.6. That one has put the cat amongst the pigeons, 152.6. Daryl, we'll come to you for the feature. We're just 3 minutes away. We saw the pink reins in the last Take It Out. It's a nice little introduction for the Indulge Skin Spa Pink Ribbon Racing Series. They'll go over the 520 here. Kilchurn looking to spoil the party for Lisa Ahern.
And a fairly good chance of probably doing so too here. Ryan, of course, was hot favourite here in the heat last week. Had the outside draw of 8, just didn't come out as quickly as Glenn Hodgson would probably wanted him to. He just sort of come together with the 7 dog in that race, and I think that may have been Red Crystal, and then just sort of stumbled a wee bit and just lost all momentum, and did a good job though to get through the field and qualified. That was the main thing. A better draw tonight for Glenn, and Kilchurn looking to get the favourite punters home from not just this week but also last week as well, and I think Kilchurn can get the win. Second up will take a lot of improvement from that run, and no doubt the one to beat. Also the big improver in the race, of course, is Willis, and Ray Adcock. Willis having its first run on the track here last week and will be a lot better. I was quite impressed with the run by Willis, a very strong looking dog and working his way through the field. He's only had 13 starts. He brings up some marvellous South Island form into this, and Willis, I think, will be a lot better from that first up performance here at Hattrick, and I do give the 5 dog a big chance in this race. Second up today for Ray Adcock here. The 7 Smash Allegro, no box 1 tonight, box 1 the last couple, but he's still got the speed to get across, and Kissing Gwyneth will be looking to come across with him. I think Lisa Ahern, probably the better chances out wide. Smash Allegro has been in outstanding form the last 2 Friday nights from box 1 in tough fields, and also Kissing Gwyneth out there in box 8 and hasn't done anything wrong in the outside 2 boxes here, Kissing Gwyneth, and she will be looking to come across from that wide draw. If Kilchurn was to find trouble, she's great value, $7, $56 and $1.50. The pink rug looking to take the feature, and Smash Allegro, of course, looking to make it 3 in a row. Has that box speed. Speed Legend may just sit back and let the 2 out wide go forward and try and get the next best run going through the middle. He's got plenty of experience. He's picked up 20 wins. He did a good job qualifying here in behind Check the Mail last week, and another one that's more than capable if things go his way on that first corner. Check the Mail, of course, a big winner here in the heat last week, and did get the quick time of 30.41, and he's not out of this either. Check the Mail could go forward, and another good price for a heat winner, $8 and $10 with the tote here for Check the Mail, and the 2 off the inside here for Lisa Ahern. Really clever. Box 1 records, only seen box 1 2 times. Really clever for a win, and has a good record off the inside. Has run some mighty races here at Hattrick Raceway, and Defino here for the Kapov Syndicate, who picked up a win earlier on in the night with Blue and Curly. They've got Defino here, and good luck to the Diganjic team there with Lisa Ahern, and Defino will go here from box 2. Also the other one that picked up 4th, and just on the verge there of bringing up that $50,000 in prize money as well. It's a great field, but Kilchurn looking to get it right tonight for his followers. He went out for that break, back with a good 4th here last week. He's qualified and gets his chance to chase down win 19, start 26 for the Indulge Skin Spa Pink Ribbon Racing Series Advanced Final. Good luck to all connections. Kilchurn favourite, 190 with the book, 210 the tote, in front of this big crowd here at Hattrick Raceway tonight. The rule up there now. Also first leg of the quaddie. The bunny sent on its way for the feature. Set to go, ready And Racing Kildune came out, but he's going to go straight to the front now from Smash Allegro, and Kissing Gwyneth trying to get across on the outside, pushing up on the inside to Fino, gets a nice run through the rail, opening up for Check the Mail, not too far away. Kissing Gwyneth gets a bit of a shuffle around the outside, goes Willis, back here to Speed Legend, and getting a shuffle really clever across the top. Kildune travels well, away in the lead by 4 or 5, trying to get into it now is Defino, and look at Willis charge around the outside with a big run, not too far away. Smash Allegro, Kildune with a big break though, that's the winning break. Kildune gets there from Willis, getting to third. Defino very close here for fourth. Speed Legend was arriving late, and right up there with it too would have been Check the Mail. The outside there too, Kissing Gwyneth, back here to Smash Allegro and Really Clever. Big win. Kildune came out running straight to the front and second up from that break, and he's back, takes out the final, set them up in front. Gee, I tell you what, Willis, he's a nice looking dog, isn't he? Putting the big bounds around the outside, he knows his place now, and he's charged into second. Willis, that's a good run. And Defino, a good night for the Capos Syndicate. They've picked up third in the feature, and Defino will bring up that $50,000 in prize money. Straight to the front, Kildune. There's the time, 30.04. Not his best, but that'll do. 30.04, and has won by 4.5 lengths, 2 3/4. We've had the sectionals 5.01 and 18.50, and the run home 11.54. So a good clip here for Kildune. We'll just go back to those margins: 4.5, 2 3/4, and 1 3/4. Kildune for Glenn Hodson, and also C. Fergus second up today. Win number 19, win number, win 19 off start 26, win number 9 on the track, and it gets very close now to that $50,000 mark as well. Big run, Willis. 2 runs on the track, and a big future for this bloke, for Ray Adcock, and getting to third to Fino. And he has brought up that $50,000 mark too for Lisa Ahern and the Cap-Off Syndicate. As we see race 9, 3, 5, 2 and 6 wraps up also the first leg of the quaddie here. Ryan and Kildune back on target, and plenty more to come too from Kildune. Will be interesting to see where Glenn Hodson heads to next. And race number 10, this one's also a good class 4 field as well, with the scratching of 5. Lochinvar Maui comes in to that vacant box. Time to go, 8.58.
Thank you, Daryl. Big win, Kildune. Just got the break on them along the back, and they couldn't reel it in. 190 and 160. Willis into second, 210, and Tofino 370. 352 and 6. Quinella 420. Trifecta $80 even, and the first 4 575.40. Good first 4 that, with the $1.90 a winner. The treble 7, 3 and 3, $39.80. Kildune wins the feature, the Indulge Skin Spa Pink Ribbon Racing Series over the 520, and probably got most punters' quaddies off to a pretty good start. Back to the Franklin Harness, the 5th on meeting code 5. The Fascinators come up the favourite, $2.10 and $1.10. Oh, you couldn't ignore Mango, though, after that drive in the last. 270 and 170. That was a super drive in the previous, and he's got Rock and Ruby here looking for win 10 at start number 31. So the 4 and the 6 in the market. A short break on TAB trackside. 1 on the back. Mark Cookson to preview the next at Alex.
TAB Trackside 1 back here at Alexandra Park, Franklin Park. Harness racing action here. We're 5.5 minutes out from tonight's feature. It's the Powell Transport 41st North Island Breeders' Stakes over the 2,700 metres. It does kick off our second quaddie tonight, where the Fascinators come up at $1.90 with the bookmakers, $2.30 on the tote. $2.90 about to Rock and Ruby off the 20 metres as well with the Fascinator and Chile's Justice Strutter. We'll talk to Brent Mangos in a moment, play that interview. He was intensely keen on Cyclone Kate, wasn't he, in that previous race, said in the pre-race interview. He thinks it'll win, and that's what happened in race number 4 on the program, beating Walk of Fame and Sir Richie in the final leg of the early quaddie. We'll take a look at the second quaddie in just a moment, but first we'll have a chat to Tony Herlihy and find out his thoughts here around the Fascinator, who worked out on Saturday and is looking for 2 wins on the trot back from a break of about a month. Here's what Tony Herlihy had to say about the Fascinator. Tony, the Fascinator's taken about a month off and meets the likes of Rock and Ruby here tonight.
Yeah, and she always benefits from a race or two. But in saying that, she trialled really nice here on Saturday, and she's a lovely mare. She's done a great job, and hopefully she can go on with it from here. She's usually okay from a stand. It's not a big field, so hopefully she can get a step forward and be away with them.
And speaking of standing starts, Liberty Sticks is having the first standing start tonight.
Yeah, she's pretty sensible little mare, but you never know. Like you say, it's the first one, so we'll just have to take her on trust. But and she'll be competitive too with the right run. She's always thereabouts.
Yeah, there's Tony Herlihy. He's got the 2 runners here. Stablemate Liberty Sticks off the front, first standing start for her tonight. But all the rage, the Fascinator, in terms of the runners from his barn. And number 4 in the book is Rock and Ruby. Brent Mangos, he's looking to get his 3rd win on the program tonight after being successful on Cyclone Kate in the previous, after being immensely keen on it in the pre-race interview, and drove 2.5 Tigers to victory in the opening race. We'll find out his thoughts around his charge here that he trains and drives, Rock and Ruby. Race number 5 tonight, Rock and Ruby. Last week making a move at the 1300, and then up the home straight came Kippenberger, and this week you come up against the likes of the Fascinator.
Yeah, that's right, Mark. They probably looked at 2 class horses in the field on paper, but, it's never that easy. But, honestly, she's trained on well. I thought last week she probably went into it a little bit short of a run. Hadn't had a race for 3 weeks. So, she seems well this week, and she should be very competitive.
That's Brent Mangos around the chances of the mare by Mark 3 out of Doug's Choice at start number 31, searching for win number 10. And runner up to Kippenberger the other day. No Kippenberger here, but does meet the Fascinator again, a horse which she placed in behind back on the 24th of April, and that was the Fascinator's last run at the races. So 6, 4, 5 and 1 for me, 6, 4, 5 and 1. In terms of the quaddie, some will be anchoring a couple here with the Fascinator and the 6 Darcy in leg number 3. Clearly one of the best chances of the night there still to come for Mr. Herlihy. So 4 and 6 the first leg, just thinking off the back of Brent and his form tonight. A Rock and Ruby and the Fascinator in the first leg. 2, 5, 7 the second leg. Ideal Angler, who was a workout winner. 5 Perseus with Tony Herlihy, and 7 Agisha Girl, the second of the Robert Dunn runners, as he looks for 2, Brent Mangos. Third leg, 6 Darcy, clear anchor there, Tony Cameron in the juniors event for Tony Herlihy. North Island Country Cups champion, couple of good runs here around Alexandra Park since. The last leg is the toughest. 4, 5, 6 and 7 La Maitre D, 21 start maiden with Tony Herlihy. 5 Gotta Go Twinkle, then 6 the Crown Jewels, and 7 the Sky Rocks. But to talk about that, 4, 5, 6 and 7, $24 spend for a full unit there in the second quaddie tonight. And first quaddie tonight, just missed out on the last leg with what I thought there, but the 1 Cyclone Kate getting the prize there. Up to you, Aaron White, for your thoughts here in race number 5, our feature tonight.
Yeah, 6, 4, 5 and 3 for me. The Fascinator, nice win last on Alexandra Park, the 24th of April that was, beating Rock and Ruby, so we'll make her the one to beat, the Speed Series winner, Tony Herlihy, the trainer-driver. For Rock and Ruby, she's done a good job since that runner-up in behind the Fascinator. It's a good winner here on the 3rd of May, and then backed it up with a second in behind Kippenberger last Friday night. Brent Mangos 5. Chili's Just a Strutter. She's right back in form. The 2,700 metres small field will suit her. She worked home nicely, went third at Manawatu last time. Phil Butcher and 3 God Forbid. She's the interesting runner here, facing her first stand start. She can be a bit headstrong, so it'll be interesting to see how she does negotiate her first stand start. 6, 4, 5 and 3. A big happy birthday shout out to a mate of mine too, Steve Hurley down there in Christchurch. Happy birthday to you, Steve. I hope all the boys enjoyed their shout tonight as well. If not, I'm pretty sure you'll shout again tomorrow. So happy birthday to Steve Hurley.
Thank you, Aaron. Just a couple of adjustments happening here to Rock and Ruby before we get things underway in race number 5. Of course, tomorrow, the Harness Jewels. Just a quick note, some publications have the pick 6 with the $100,000 guarantee starting on race 4. That is incorrect. It starts on the 1st at 11:40 Jewels Day on trackside 2. Massive pools to chase down. $100,000 pick 6 will be on the first 6 races at Ashburton tomorrow. First 4 pools injected every race. A couple of quaddies with $20,000, the early and the late quaddie. Plenty of pools to chase down. There's a triple trio too, $100,000 in that particular kitty. They'll step up shortly here for the first leg of tonight's second quaddie, also the first leg of the double. It's the Powell Transport 41st North Island Breeders' Stakes. Here's the call with Aaron.
Thank you, Mark. As the contestants, the half a dozen of them to face up to starter Frank Phelan, Powell Transport 41st North Island Breeders' Stakes. Barrier strands are release and the mares a go. The Fascinator safely on the journey, as to Rock and Ruby. Chili's Just a Strutter the best away of the back markers. Elisa Vita first away. Liberty Sticks negotiated her first standing start okay. She's going to be taken back into the field though by Tony Cameron. Here comes Chili's Just a Strutter though up on the outside of Elisa Vita as they sweep across the showgrounds turn first occasion. God Forbid, she's negotiated her first stand start like a plum too. She's currently in the trail with Rock and Ruby to her outside. Currently 1-1, soon to be parked as Chili's Just a Strutter about to get to the lead as a marker goes flying out the back. And now the stablemates, the Fascinator and Liberty Sticks back last and second last. Down they come with 2,050 to run. Chili's Just a Strutter, the Sutter Hanover mare. We'll take them into the stables corner, a length and a quarter. Rock and Ruby obliged to sit parked. Elisa Vita, David Butcher trailing. 1-1 the favourite, the Fascinator, and the Iceman, Tony Hurley. God Forbid, 3 back on the inside, and Liberty Sticks to track it. Stablemate throughout, Tony Cameron. Back last of the half a dozen. As they pace into the back, 17.50 left to go in the Powell Transport 41st North Island Breeders' Stakes, and it's Chili's Just a Strutter. Now a play made for the lead by Mango here with Rock and Ruby. Phil will race her for 50 or 60 metres, then hand up the lead as he does now with the lead time 1:24.7. The Fascinator in turn will come up and have a look for the lead here on Rock and Ruby, and the Fascinator will roll on to the lead as they sweep across the showgrounds turn their second occasion. Then Elisa Vita, Liberty Sticks and God Forbid back last. So the race favourite, the Fascinator, now leads by 2, Rock and Ruby. Chili's Just a Strutter and Elisa Vita. Now Liberty Sticks has been left parked, and in the 1-1 is God Forbid. Into the lane they come, 1,200 to go. Opening quarter in 30.2. Powell Transport 41st North Island Breeders' Stakes, and it is the Fascinator, the mare by Better's Delight. Judge Bell and 1 to go. Rock and Ruby, the mare by Mark 3 trailing. And here's God Forbid, the Elsu mare, striding up with purpose now to sit parked. Elisa Vita to find the 1-1, the grin from ear to ear mare. Chili's Just a Strutter back second last, and Liberty Sticks to its outside. The mare by Washington VC to be the last, but only 6 lengths off its stablemate, the Fascinator, 800 left to go. 32.1, comfortable quarter for the Fascinator, the Speed Series winner here at the park. Up on the outside, second, God Forbid. Rock and Ruby's got the gun running behind the favourite, but the favourite travels on a beautiful range, 600 left to go. Elisa Vita 1-1 around Chili's Just a Strutter, and Liberty Sticks back last. Into the back straight coming up, 500 left to run. The Fascinator to bring them off the back onto the showgrounds, turn a length and a half. Rock and Ruby, God Forbid on the outside. They start to turn up the wick. Hurley, he's still got a good handful of horse out in front here though. Elisa Vita, Chili's Just a Strutter, Liberty Sticks 30-2, the quarter down the back. The Fascinator for home, Rock and Ruby to come off its back. God Forbid Bid. Then Chili's Justice, Strutter homeward bound. The Fascinator let down a length and a half. God Forbid chases bravely with Rock and Ruby. Chili's Justice, Strutter, they're all playing for second, though. The Fascinator and the Iceman strides away. And the 41st edition of the Powell Transport North Island Breeders' Stakes, nicely to the favourite, the Fascinator. Gutsy run, God Forbid for second, Rock and Ruby third, Liberty Sticks and Elisa Vita in a photo for fourth, and Chili's Justice Strutter 326.1. We'll trim that up with the 20 metre back mark, 28.7. 59 was the last 800 metres. Confident Iceman Drive always had a very good grasp of this Bettor's Delight mare. She picks up her 8th victory at start 35 tonight. She was the Mares Speed Series winner back a couple of months ago here. Nice win. God Forbid, gutsy run second in front of Rock and Ruby. Elisa Vita might just hold that fourth in front of Liberty Sticks. Powell Transport, 41st North Island Breeders' Stakes to the favourite, number 6, the Fascinator.
Official placings, race 5, the Powell Transport, 41st North Island Breeders' Stakes. 634-125. 634-125. Horse 6, the Fascinator, paced the 2,700 metres from a stand and a handicap in a net time of 3:24.6, a mile rate of 2.2. Last 859 and the 428.7. The margins 2 lengths, a head 1.5 lengths. 634-125, race 5, the Powell Transport 41st North Island Breeders' Stakes.
Fanfare for the Fascinator, picking up a performance incentive bonus tonight too for a new Connections. T.R. Anderson, Mrs. F.N. Anderson and J. Anderson, congratulations to you. Bettor's Delight, Impish Black, 5-year-old mare securing her 8th victory tonight at start 35. Tony Hurley, the trainer-driver out of Papakura, second driving success for the Iceman. The Might of Eyed Black Bike back at the head of the field, and Tony also sponsored by Woodland Stud, where that is the home of Bettor's Delight. Bettor's Delight picks up his second on the program here tonight. The Fascinator, bred by Croon Bloodstock Limited. Richie and Isabel Powell, they're down there part of the victory celebrations with the president of Franklin Park, Bob Lynch, also in attendance. 3 God Forbid, El Sue Hurricane Dance, a brown 4-year-old mare raced by WJW Anstis. Wayne Anstis trained at Cambridge. J. Abernathy. 4 Rock and Ruby, 3rd Mark 3 Doug's Choice Bay, 4-year-old mare raced by LD and Mrs. M.B. Pettifer. Brent Mangos, the trainer-driver out of Pookie. 6 The Fascinator, $1.80 and $1.20. 181.20. 3 God Forbid at $3.10. 3.10. 4 Rock and Ruby, no third. Quinella, $9.50. 9.50. Trifecta, $19.50. 19.50. First 4, $75. 75 even.
Balls around here in race number 9 on the program, and it's the first leg of a treble also on the last 3 races. Still pleasant enough here at Forbury Park. Just a little bit of a cool breeze, but got the window open. Beautiful place too, with the hills surrounding. Yeah, it's just magic here at Forbury Park. Good racing too. Moving up, race number 9 on the program. This is the Graham and Ann Me Mobile Pace. Good luck to Graham and Ann. They've got secrets out in the race. They race this daughter of Mark 3 out of Homestown Girl, looking for win number 5 at start 21. Starsky's Dream is going to shut as the favourite, 350 and 150. 550 around River Black and 540 for Canardly Lover. Up and behind the gate they go now for race number 9 on the program. This is the first leg of the final treble here tonight. Best of luck to you if you're still live in pick 6. With a pretty long-ordered Hudson Sully taking out one of the legs at around $18. Gate time, ready to go. Keep it clean, mobile for the Graham and Ann Me Mobile Pace. Favourite Starsky's Dream set to go. Green light, they're underway. A speed off the arm in the centre of the line from Starsky's Dream, and Secrets Out and River Black going to punch out also. On the inside, Best of the Bunch holding a forward spot, just pacing a wee bit roughly, and behind them then Canardly Lover, and he went off stride as they worked out of the straight. Canardly Lover, all of these runners negotiating their way around him safely. Back to the top we go, and Best of the Bunch leads by a length and a half. Starsky's Dream second to the outside, and Spirit of Kronos is third in the trail. River Black 1 and 4th, followed through by Graduate Under Fire, who is 5 lengths off the leader. Right on his back is Secrets Out, getting through it on the inside, Motu Speedy Star. There's a break of 6 lengths away then to Highview Wanwell. 3 lengths back to Better to Be Bad. Lionel's Medal to its outside, and forget about Canardly Lover. Off the top of the track they go. They have a little more than 1,400 metres left to run, and Starsky's Dream finally found the top, but there is pressure coming from River Black, and Blair Orange has designs on the lead here with River Black, and I'd say he'll get it too. As Starsky's Dream restrains, then came Graduate Under Fire, who was third and now left parked. 3 back on the inside, well, about to be his Best of the Bunch. Followed to the outside by Secrets Out, then Spirit of Kronos and Motu Speedy Star. Motu Speedy Star racing to the outside of its stablemate. Then came Highview Wanwell to the inner of Lionel's Medal, and 2 lengths away last of the bunch is Better to Be Bad. A lap of the track left to go. Good tempo set here by River Black, taking them to the stables turn, and leads a length and a half. On Starsky's Dream, your $3.50 favourite in the trail. Parked up third is Graduate Under Fire. Right on his back is Secrets Out. 3 back on the inside as they go to the 800 metre point is Best of the Bunch. The stablemates race together. Spirit of Kronos to the inside of Motu Speedy Star. A length and a half away then to Lionel's Medal, 8 lengths off the leader from Better to Be Bad, and Highview Wanwell last the inside. A little more than 600 metres left to go, and it is River Black leading by a sulky's length on Graduate Under Fire to the outside second. Third and behind the leader is Starsky's Dream from Secret Out, poised 1-1. 3 back on the inside under a touch of pressure, Best of the Bunch. Reined up Motu Speedy Star. Held up Spirit of Kronos. Lionel's Medal goes 3 wide around the tiring Motu Speedy Star. Then Better to Be Bad and Highview Wanwell. Homeward bound they are. Graduate Under Fire putting it to River Black. Starsky's Dream is bolting in behind them. Out wide a let down as Secrets Out. It went to the lead. Secrets Out over River Black. Starsky's Dream gets the run through along the inside. Secrets Out in front. Starsky's Dream coming hard the inner. Secrets Out kicking hard, and Secrets Out took it from Starsky's Dream. Third, either Lionel's Medal or River Black, then Graduate Under Fire and Spirit of Kronos. Better to Be Bad, Highview Wanwell, Motu Speedy Star, Best of the Bunch, and Canardly Lover was pulled up. How about that? Graham and Ann Me. They win their own race here with Secrets Out. $5.80 and $2.30. Johnny Cox for Tony Barron, poised the entire way, right in behind the good tempo. And this daughter of Mark 3 out of Homestown Girl makes it win 5 at start 21. Peeled at the top of the straight. Had momentum on the favourite Starsky's Dream, who's run it to about a neck. Third, Lionel's Medal ahead of River Black. He'll be the fourth one to go by here after the running of race number 9 on the program. Secret Sour, the winner here 2 starts ago, over 1,700 metres, comes out over 2,200 metres tonight and makes it win number 5 at start 21. Congratulations to Graham and Anne Mee, also Tony Barron and Johnny Cox for their combination winning race number 9 on the program. Starsky's Dream second, giving Mark 3 at Quinella. This one out of Clifton Joan for NG Bennett, Nathan Williamson and Graham Anderson. It'll be 3 beating 5 here in race number 9, the second leg of the quaddie. Race 10, Ryan Bradley is the Washington VC mobile pace over 1,700 metres. It's the 10th on the program with a shorty and better scoot.
Yeah, cheers, Matt. Look, 1-5 at start 21. Maybe the secret is out with this one now, but still paid really nice money. It was up in class today in the C3 to C6 mobile pace. Yeah, found the line really nicely too. Well-deserved win, and it's always great to see the owners win the race they sponsored. There's the money straight back into their back pocket. I hope they backed it too. 3 beat the 5, and result to follow shortly. Race 10 next up at Hattrick. Leading code 10, the 10th on the card, is the Vets on Carlton 520 metre race for the C4s. Favourite here is Lagoon Coochie, off the back of 2 wins in its last 2 races. But, gee, it looks another toughish race here, Daryl. The punters, they're spreading the money right throughout this field.
You did right too there, Ryan, and with the scratching of Fabio, it's really left it open too for this Class 4 assignment, and Lochinvar Maui comes into box 5 as well. If you're a Ritzadeni fan, you're probably thinking maybe Ritzadeni could be getting close to a win. I've got this one in for 4th, just having a look at Ritzadeni, of course, lined up in that distance race, 3 starts back, leading them all the way bar the last few bounds, and was beaten by Corborn Bright, and then went into a Class 4 and 5 after that at the Manawa 2, and here a couple of weeks ago, got into all sorts of trouble from box 3, downgrades, gets to a straight Class 4, and if you are a Ritzadeni follower, of course, Ritzadeni has been up against the likes of Really Clever and Check the Mail and Defino and all the kennel mates that lined up in the feature race just before that. And Ritzadeni gets his chance here today to get the win as well. Lagoon Coochie is running out nominations. Lagoon Coochie, of course, looking to make it 3 in a row. Picked up a big win at the Manawa 2 on Monday and has gone up to Class 5, so looking to cash in and pick up another Class 4 win. A 2-race winner on this track, the youngest dog coming into this. And also the 6, Trident, another one that had a good run in Class 4 company on Monday. Runs both tracks very well, Trident, and gets his chance here tonight to go another big race, as he did on Monday in behind Lagoon Coochie. The margin was 4 lengths, but depending on what does happen going into this first corner, I think Trident's a good chance of being right in the finish here. And at the 6 at $14, good money, $11 and $2.30. Nathan Udy looking for win number 2. Deb Billen's got Thal Romeo there in box number 2. Has done a good job in the last few starts and has gone some big races. Picked up a couple of wins 2 or 3 months ago and has sort of held the form together quite well. Has been there or thereabouts in its racing. Has been up against some tough opposition. Of course, in the Class 4 and 5 races, and another one that will find the straight Class 4 just a little bit easier. Thal Romeo gets into box 2. He's seen plenty of box 2 and a good record from that draw as well. So a good chance with the right run going into that first corner. Boston Heart's up on the inside, and Boston Heart, of course, lined up in that distance race 3 starts ago. Here at the beginning of the month, has had a couple of runs over the 5:20. 2 back was a good run in the heat for that futurity, and of course, not a bad run too in that final, making up very good ground into 4th. Probably one of the strongest dogs in the race, and it can't be left out. Favourite, or second favourite on the tote, 390 and 420 with the book. Air Ray's another one that's been hit and miss, but if he's on his game, look out. And Lochinvar Maui comes into box 5. Some good chances in the race here for Angela Turnwald. All up there now for the Vets on Carlton, Class 4. Over 520 metres. The favourite is Ritzadeni. We'll find this opposition a bit easier tonight. Bunny there, ready. And racing, coming out, running there with Thou Romeo's going to go straight to the leader now, trying to track it to his Lagoon Coochie. Getting a lovely run up on the rail now as Boston Heart's nice and handy. 2 or 3 back. Here we go to Punch on Jamie. Just in behind that, Ritzer Denny trying to get around them as Trident. Going ahead of that, Lochinvar Maui, and out the back is Air Raider. They charge down the back. Thou Romeo in front. Boston Heart's got every chance right in behind. And also closing off well was Lagoon Coochie, not too far away. Also running on as Punch on Jamie. They go for home. Boston Heart took over and racing away. Boston Heart all very close here for second. There's nothing between Lagoon Coochie, Thou Romeo, Lagoon Coochie. That'll go either way. And also very close here between Lochinvar Maui. There was Punch on Jamie, was also getting up there in the middle. And just in behind that, Ritzer Danny didn't show up today. And the other one back there in the last couple, Air Raid was in that last division as well. Once it got that saloon passage through, Boston Heart was always going to be hard. Tried to get past our Romeo off the back straight, but the gap wasn't there. But then the gap presented itself coming down the side. And Boston Heart will grab the win. It's going to be very close for that second placing. You'd probably give it to the 3, and they will, over the 2. And Punch on Jamie in the centre is going to just hold forth from Lochinvar Maui. That was also very close. They've run 30-30. And Boston Heart with the inside draw got that saloon passage through on the first corner, got very handy, got right in behind Thou Romeo and was always going to be very hard to beat. We'll get that run home there, 11.66. 30-30 that to time that sectional 11. The run home's 11.66. We'll wait for the sectionals to come back up. 3.5 a nose by 2. And number 1 Boston Heart for Angela Turnwald. And these sectionals coming up now 5.03 and 18.64. And Owner D. Dodike and Angela Turnwald for Boston Heart. That's start number 37, win 9. And we'll come back ahead of the field very strong. It was always going to be hard to roll. The last 3 runs have had plenty of merit. As we come to you now, Ryan, and Boston Heart takes out the Class 4, race number 11. The sprints, and 2 more Class 4 and 5 sprints. Good fields 2 coming up. The Wanganui Enterprises 5-star, Class 4 and 5, time to go at 29 after 9.
Good on you, Daryl. 1, 3, 2 and 8 Boston Heart for 21.70. Lagoon Coochie 140. Thou Romeo 250. Quinella 750. Trifecta $80.60. The first 4 $384.60. 3 and 1 570. 3 and 3 $1.50 back for your double. Boston Heart. Angela Turnwald successful again this evening. Back to the park under the ribbon of light, the Jarvis Trading Limited Mobile Place. Geisha Girl, the Southern Visitor. First look at the park tonight, 2:31.20. Mango's got 2 wins already. Hurley's got 2, and Josh Dickey, the other driver, to have a win. Up to race number 6. I'm going to throw out a bit of value here in regards to a place bet. I think Bourbon Street at 350 or 460 you're getting there. Well, it's not a bad place bet. First up, it's had 14 starts for a win and 7 minors, so it's running the money 8 times the 14 starts. Definitely others that have better form lines leading into this, but just a bit of value there around the place. Quick break, 7 minutes out from race 6, and on the back to Cookie.
Sun's coming. It's Trouble Roo just in front. Bill Sun dived, and I'm not sure Trouble Roo or Bill Sun who put in one heck of a lunge.
Sky Major, Ahoka Punter, Sky Major, Tiger Tara, Sky Major, Tiger Tara, Sky Major I think gets it a nose.
And the best 3-year-old in the country is going to cap it off with the derby. Have faith in me, brilliant.
Sticky, Zach Butcher, you guys are about to head to the airport. What's for breakfast tomorrow?
Bacon and eggs. I might go for a wee run in the morning and have some bacon and eggs before we head down.
What time are you up in the morning, Josh?
8:30.
8:30. Sounds like a bit of a sleep in on Jules Day. What are the thoughts and feelings you have prior to tomorrow?
Oh yeah, a bit excited. You know, you want to get into it. It's just such a big day. It's the second biggest day of the year, apart from New Zealand Cup Day. You know, so we just want to get out there and get into it. We're just excited. You know.
And what about you, Zach? You could be making some history with Sky Major.
Yeah, a little bit nervous. You know, just probably knuckle down, have an as early as we can tonight, and just think about tomorrow and hope it all goes well and the luck goes our way.
All right, best of luck, boys. Take care. You're off to the airport, and we'll be watching tomorrow.
Beauty, thanks, mate.
And that was a short time ago. Josh Dickey and Zach Butcher, of course, John and Josh Dickey with Speeding Spur, been setting the trotting world alight down south as a Northern Raider, and we'll try again tomorrow down at Ashburton. And Zach Butcher, of course, with Sky Major looking to do 3 duels and a chance to do that. The market's out there with the bookmakers. Will Venus Serena and or Sky Major, or neither, do that particular historic feat? That's available now at tab.co.nz, Democrat Party as well, and Lancewood Lizzie too, Zach Butcher and Barry Purdon. This race here, race number 6, is the second leg of the quaddie. It's the Jarvis Trading Limited Mobile Pace. Geisha Girl is the favourite. Brent Mangos takes the drive. Robert Dunn's already had the win with Miss Daisy earlier on with Tony Herlihy in the bike there, but Brent Mangos taking the drive on Geisha Girl. May find this easier tonight. Earlier on this evening I caught up with Brent Mangos to find out his thoughts around the Robert Dunn runner. Brent, race number 6 tonight. Geisha Girl comes north for Robert Dunn, drawn a wee bit wide, but has come up against some handy types its past couple.
Yeah, definitely. Is it a drop in grade for her? I did have a look at a tape from last week, or last start at Ashburton, and it probably wasn't that bad a run, really. She led up and ran a bit of time and just got run over the last wee bit. So, look, probably tonight, as I say, drop in class for her. I haven't spoke to Robert, but I would think pretty competitive.
And information coming through from the stewards. The blinds have come off Geisha Girl here after pulling hard in the prelims. So the blinds will come off Geisha Girl. That gear change made a short time ago. The other runner we're going to highlight here in terms of chatting to trainer-driver Tony Herlihy about Perseus, who's a newcomer to his stable. Tony Perseus, you've picked this one up from Brian Norman. How's this horse been since it's arrived at yours?
Yeah, he seems okay. There's probably no star, obviously, but he seems okay. And he trialled okay here the other day. He's probably just a little bit awkward this way around, but he's getting the hang of it, and he's got a little bit of gear on just to keep him straight. So, but he seemed to trial okay, so we'll just take him on trust and see how he goes from here on.
So that's a newcomer to the Papakura barn of Tony Herlihy and Perseus. Couple went to the workouts on the weekend. Ideal Angler was one of those, a workout winner from the weekend. Philip Butcher for Derek Ball. Derek's got a couple of chances in this particular race. Ideal Angler being the recent workout winner. It's at a price at this stage of $5 with the bookmakers, $4.30 and $1.30 on the tote. So freshened up and had that workout win on the weekend, looking for win number 2 at start number 6 tonight. 2-5-7-6 for me. Geisha Girl in for third. Better think twice in there as well. Geisha Girl, that information coming through from the stewards. Blinds off after pulling in the prelim. Start number 31 here, and obviously the drop in class since it's come north and Robert Dunn. Only the 2 in tonight, and with Miss Daisy winning 1, the money's again for the stablemate. Not as short as it was this morning. It's out to $2.30 with bookies now, so that's a better price than what you were getting this morning. Upstairs to you, Aaron White, for your numbers and thoughts, race 6.
2, 5, 6 and 7 for me, Mark. Ideal Angler on the back of that workout win. Runs for a harness plus bonus tonight. Phil Butcher, Derek Ball. There aren't too many Franklin meetings go by that Derek doesn't pick up one. Gets an ideal opportunity here with Ideal Angler and, of course, Better Think Twice in the race. I put Perseus in for a second. He was a good second down at Ascot Park prior to coming to Tony's barn. And, of course, he did run a pretty good workout here last weekend in behind Ideal Angler. 6, Better Think Twice. Well, she finds herself in a race that she's certainly quite capable of winning. The Better's Delight filly out of Rona Lorraine, so has great breeding around her. In fact, her sister has gone unbeaten in 2 runs here, that being Better Think Quick, so that's the full sister to her. Now, she has put in some pretty good runs and good company here in the past, Better Think Twice, so wouldn't have her out of the mix. And Geisha Girl, first run up in the north out of the Robert Dunn team. Brent Mangos, the money's on to suggest a bold performance. 2, 5, 6 and 7 to open the final treble.
Thank you, Aaron. The second leg of the treble has the anchor, which is through most quaddies and maybe a few multis too, and Darcy in race number 7, the North Island Country Cup's champion. Third leg will be the toughest, the maiden trot to finish the program. Quite a few there. It's an open one that last, despite being a small field. In behind the mobile here for race number 6 tonight, this is the Jarvis Trading Limited mobile pace. Favourite will start number 7, Geisha Girl, the former Southerner, now with the Northern barn of Robert Dunn. Here's Aaron's call on the 6.
Thanks, Mark. And the runner's about to work into the lane behind the yellow bar arm for the Jarvis Trading Limited mobile pace 2200 to open the final treble. Green light flashes, often racing, and good even dispatch. Speak Up off the inside out strongly with Bourbon Street. Those two locked in an early tussle as they work to the judge, 2 to go. Ideal Angler drops down to be third on the inside of Charming Desire, a length and a half off those to Perseus. Back in the field, Better Think Twice as they work the stables corner. Geisha Girl and Cash in the last pair. Taking up the lead is Bourbon Street, the son of Mark III. Salish Abernathy doing the driving, will pace into the back a length and a half clear. Over Speak Up and Birthday Boy Gary Noakes in the trail. 3 lengths away Ideal Angler, followed then by Charming Desire. Perseus the next as they run an Indian file. Better Think Twice is back in the field. Back second, last favourite Geisha Girl and Brent Mangos. And last is Cashin and Jay Abernathy. 44 the lead time, so a comfortable lead. And it is Bourbon Street turning off the back and working the showgrounds turn over Speak Up and Ideal Angler. Away from the markers, Perseus to sit parked around Charming Desire. 4 back on the inside now for rival Brownlee. In the 1-1 goes Better Think Twice and David Butcher. Then came Geisha Girl on the back of Better Think Twice. And back last is Cashin. They work off the showgrounds turn and into the lane. And Bourbon Street over Speak Up in the trail. Ideal Angler, Phil Butcher, 3 back on the inside. 33.8 the opening quarter. Geisha Girl starts her claim from the back with that slow quarter posted. That's getting around Perseus and the Iceman Tony Hurley. Back in the field, Charming Desire with Better Think Twice. And as they turn onto the stables corner, their final time, Cashin back last. 900 left to go. Bourbon Street leads now over the favourite Geisha Girl. In the trailers, Speak Up, 1-1 to Perseus. Ideal Angler, 3 back on the inside. A length off to its stablemate. Better Think Twice in the running line around Charming Desire. And back last is Cashin, 30 and 7 the second quarter through the back. Bourbon Street leads by a length to its wheel as the favourite Geisha Girl. Speak Up back on the inside, getting the run in the trail. 1-1 Perseus. Ideal Angler all dressed up, nowhere to go. 3 back on the inside there, followed by Better Think Twice. Charming Desire, Cash in the last. 4:50 to go. Bourbon Street running along strongly here. Over on the outside, Geisha Girl, 28 and 9 that third quarter. Looking to run on is Perseus, and around the outside, Better Think Twice, but homeward bound. Bourbon Street, Salish Abernathy over Geisha Girl, 2 lengths Perseus. Better Think Twice and Ideal Angler. Bourbon Street in front. Passing lane run now for Geisha Girl. Bourbon Street, Geisha Girl launching on the passing lane. Bourbon Street, Geisha Girl. Mango's got 3. Geisha Girl in second. Bourbon Street, Ideal Angler third. Better Think Twice fourth. Cashin running on. They were followed by Charming Desire, then Perseus and Speak Up to be the last in 2:45.5, 27.9 final quarter, 56.9 the final half. Money was on. Cha-ching, cha-ching, they collect with the Badlands Hanover Mare, Geisha Girl, Brent Mangos. Got her into the race at the right time on that soft first quarter of 33.8. Got her outside the speed when Bourbon Street went for home. Dropped down onto the markers, got the passing lane and hauls back Bourbon Street strongly. Good run by him. Ideal Angler will get up for third in front of stablemate Better Think Twice. And the Jarvis Trading Limited Mobile Pace. A nice debut under the ribbon of light to Geisha Girl.
Official placings, race 6, the Jarvis Trading Limited Mobile Pace. 732-684. 732-684. Horse 7, Geisha Girl, paced the 2200 metres in 2:45.55. Mile rate of 2:1. Last 856.9, the 427.9. The margins are half length, 5 3/4 lengths, a half length. 732-684, race 6, the Jarvis Trading Limited Mobile Pace.
7, Geisha Girl back at the head of the field, makes it a winning debut under the ribbon of light here at Alexandra Park. Second training success for R.J. Dunn. He only had the 2 horses here tonight, Robert, and secures both victories. Brent Mangos did the driving here too for Robert in this one, and that's Brent's 3rd victory tonight back at the head of the field. Mango, Cam Harding and Tim Aitken down there, part of the victory celebrations for Jarvis Trading Limited. Graham Wharf for the Franklin Trotting Club. Badlands Hanover in Saucil, a 5-year-old bay mare for Westview Racing, number 12 Syndicate. Malabar Lodge Limited, the breeders. Nice win by Geisha Girl. Win 4 at start 31. 3, Bourbon Street, tried hard. Mark 3, 4-year-old bay gelding out of Bremner Bay. Raced by J.H. and Mrs. P.R. Butcher. Adrian Matthews trained at Pukekohe. Salish Abernathy. And 2, Ideal Angler for 3rd. American Ideal, our Ruhr Angel Bay 4-year-old gelding. Raced by Mrs. R.A. along with K.R. Ball. Derek Ball trained at Pukekohe. Phil Butcher. Totes in race 6, so we'll see the favourite Geisha Girl return $2.30 into $1.30, $2.31.33 Bourbon Street, $3.30, $3.30. 2, Ideal Angler, $1.50, $1.50 Quinella, $26.40, $26.40 Trifecta, $172.70, $172.70. First 4, $829.60, $829.60. Double 6 and 7, $6.50, $6.50. Concession 6 and 3, $13.90, $13.90.
With the black diamond, black with the white diamond on stablemate Oasis Dream. So to tell the difference between the 2 Mark Jones runners, predominantly white, Katie Cox picks up the drive aboard Fed Ink and Bromac. Whistle is now gone for race number 10, the Washington VC Mobile Pace over 1,700 metres. Race favourite in the pink, number 4, Better Scoot. $1.40 and $1.04. $1.30 the tote now and money back. Short odds-on favourite. Going from barrier 4, and they get the call up. Fed Ink and Bromac the first on the gate. Smoking Chick comes up with Lucky Lands and Better Scoot. Missy Mac Music, Cool Changes, with a bit of an early gallop. Nathan Williamson attempting to get the horse back pacing, he does so. Chief Kapai comes up with Oasis Dream and Northview Gambler. Mobile rolls 1700 for the second to last tonight. Live units pick 6, 13.14. Ready to go. Up to the back. Cool Changes a bit off the gate. Oasis Dream went rough. Green light. They're underway in racing. Speed coming from Lucky Lands and also Better Scoot. Out fast on the inside is Cool Changes. Going forward also is Fair Dinkum Bromac. Racing in fifth early is Music, followed through by Missy Mac. It's 3 wide in the early stages. Gets around the outside of Northview Gambler. Through along the inside is Oasis Dream, followed next by Chief Kapai and 2 lengths last Smokin' Chick. It is Lucky Lands in his customary pacemaking role and leads a length only. Second to the outside is Better Scoop, but the leader races fiercely. Third, Fair Dinkum Bromac to the outside of Cool Changes. Followed next by Missy Mac. Down on the inside is Music. Next to the outside is Northview Gambler. Then came Chief Kapai, Oasis Dream and Smokin' Chick is last. They have 1 lap of the track left to go, and it is Better Scoop controlling the race now. Closed off the favourite at $1.60. Heads out of the straight a length and a half in front of Fair Dinkum Bromac, content to race parked. Lucky Land still keen, third and behind the leader from on the outside, Missy Mac 1-1. Cool Changes, 3 back on the inside. Next to the outer is Northview Gambler, covers up Music. As they work to the back of the track, Chief Kapai spots the leader 8 lengths from Smokin' Chick. And a neck away last to the outside is Oasis Dream. Down the back of the track they go. And it is Better Scoot past the 600 metre mark, leading by 1 length only over Fair Dinkum Bromac, second and parked. On the inside, third is Lucky Lands from Missy Mac, improving 3 wide as Fair Dinkum Bromac finds a bit of pressure. Then came in the centre, Cool Changes came away from the inside. Next 3 wide and 1 back is Northview Gambler from Music. Then came Smokin' Chick, Chief Kapai, and last of all is Oasis Dream. They turn for home and leader travels very kindly here. Better Scoot put 2 lengths on Lucky Lands. Then came Fair Dinkum Bromac from Missy Mac out wide, and Northview Gambler galloped, but it is all Better Scoot, shot 4 in front. Cleared away from Missy Mac, out by the Chief Kapai coming out of the ground, but Better Scoot far too good. Better Scoot beat home Music. Third to go by Chief Kapai. Fourth, Cool Changes, then either Missy Mac or Oasis Dream, followed over by Smokin' Chick, Fair Dinkum Bromac. Lucky Lands, Northview Gambler galloped halfway down, and that put pay to his chances. Way too good. Better Scoot, number 4. The 3-year-old by Better's Delighted to Miss Jubilee. He didn't do it the easy way either. Had to do a bit of work to get to the top, and that pretty fastly burnt first half of the race. Once he found the lead, Blair Orange was able to dictate the race from the top end. Shot clear, turning for home, and they never got an inch closer to your $1.60 favourite. Raced by Par Bloodstock Limited, win 4 at start 7. Music will get home for second. Chief Kapai will be the third one to go by after the running of race number 10 on the program. 13.14 live units coming into this league of pick 6, and you would imagine that most tickets will be running through the favourite here, Better Scoot, and that's just been dominant. Win 4 at start number 7. Blair Orange was confident the entire that he had the best horse in the race, and Better Scoot found the lead, kicked away at the top of the straight, and they could not get near him. Trained by Ken Barron, that's another for him this season, and the combination of himself and Blair Orange continues to thrive out of their West Melton base. Too good by Better's Delighted and Miss Jubilee. Started from barrier number 4. They wanted to burn out of the gate early. Lucky Lands was able to get across them. Blair Orange didn't panic early, found the top of the lap and a bit left to go, and has been too good. Race number 10, all done and dusted. Race 11 on the program is the last. It's the Forbury Park Claimers. Second heat over 2,200 metres, featuring High Gun, Arters, Me, and also Cullen's Finest. For the wrap on race number 10, here is Ken Dempster.
Washington VC Mobile Pace, all placings confirmed. The winner is 4, Better Scoot, then 2, 11, 1, 3, 9. The call again, 4, 2, 11, 1, 3, 9. The margin's 5 lengths, 3/4 of a length, half a length. The winner's time 2:04, a mile rate of 157.3. Last 800, 58.6. The 400, 28.5. To check in, 4, 2, 11, 1, 3, 9.
Better Scooters by Better's Delighted.
Well, I think Matt Cross summed that race up really nicely. Play the favourite and then play wide around it. If you went field, then you've got a really healthy dividend. 4, 2, 11 and 1. Better Scoot 150, 120. And probably the only people that got knocked out of the pick six, if you were still live, would have been those units that went through on easy bets. Music, $5.10. Chief Kapai, $2.70. 2 and 4, $13.80. 4, 2, 11, $194.20. 4, 2, 11, $660.40. It won like the bet of the day. Better Scoot just raced away. 10.42, so we only saw a couple of units eked out there. 2, 7, 5, 3 and 4. That's a nice pool. It's a really interesting race, the claimers to go round in the last. Good luck, punters. Very best of luck to you if you're live in the 25k pick six tonight at Forbury. Back to Matt Cross for the last, race number 11. Time to go at 11 minutes to 10 o'clock. Whanganui Greyhounds race 11, meeting code 10. 2 to go here. Kicks off the first leg of the final dub. Tea Time is the favourite. Track debut, so that's probably the only thing that is keeping it at $2, because the form line, it's won 4 of its last 5. It's very, very good, but first look around Hattrick today. I like Senorita Tina because it's won 6 from 9 from the inside 2 traps, and Spring Major inside it is not the quickest to jump. So Senorita Tina, loves the inside traps, can just ping and get to the front here. That'll make Tea Time have to come around it. Tea Time is very good, we know that. But, I don't know about greyhounds in their first start at a different track. Sometimes I'm happy to watch them, but, Senorita Tina with that strong inside trap form, got to go in. Algetta's won 2 in a row. It's the other one that you may consider. It's pretty good value, $9.70 and $2.40 and $21. Does step up, though, into the C4, C5 company. And, a lot tougher here from box 4. That's probably why you're seeing the odds. I'm happy to look for a bit of value here, Daryl. I'm going Senorita Tina just off the back of those inside traps. I think it can give this race a bit of a shake.
Yes, good thinking there too, Ryan, because she will jump out okay. And Spring Major, probably not the fastest out, but mind you probably would have said that about Boston Hart in that last race, and he came out running and got himself very handy, stayed to the rail, and Spring Major could do the same here. Hasn't done anything wrong from box 1 either, Spring Major, but Senorita Tina has got that early speed, and she's right in this for sure. The 2, what's she paying there, $7, $5.70 and $1.80. I'm going for a big outsider here, a number 8, Weepu. I'm not too sure about Tea Time. I agree with what Ryan was saying. I'd just like to have a look at them go around the track first, but she is a class act. There's no doubt about that. She brings up some outstanding South Island form. She operates all the 3 tracks down there very well. And she's having her first look, and it's good to see Ray Adcock giving her a run round here in the River City. Obviously picking up that second with Willis and the big one there, Ray, so he's got nothing to lose tonight. And Tea Time, she will benefit from this first run. She looks very keen and really looking forward to getting out there too on her way out to the start. So Tea Time, we'll see what she can do, but I'll put her in the selections just to keep her safe. I do like Weepu. I think the race is sort of made for him to come around the outside. He's got a very good box 8 record, and I give that a big chance off the inside, Spring Major. With that inside running, 2 runs from box 1, hasn't done anything wrong with a win and a placing, and will be very strong in the end of the race. And if it can get a good run through in that first corner, I can see Spring Major finishing over the top if he can get close enough. Clamp's been in very good form. Clamp, of course, come up to Class 5 or back to Class 5 after winning that Class 4 in the run here last Friday. Was a very solid performance in behind YOY, who lines up in the last race, and a good chance too in that last race to pick up another win for that Collision. Hi-Fi Allegro litter, and this one here claimed from the Collision Yorkley Beauty litter, looking to go a big race as he did here last week. Semantics, of course, has dropped back to Class 4, but will be competitive here too at Semantics. The last 3 runs haven't been bad in very tough fields. Algeetta returns to Class 5. What a marvellous dog he has been. He's won 2 in a row. He got the Class 3 win, he got the Class 4 win, and he's back in Class 5. He's got all the experience, $66,000 in the bank, and it would be great to see him run a place, but if he doesn't, as you can see out there in the blue rug, he's a very keen dog, probably one of the most keenest dogs I've ever seen, and he loves his racing, and he's out there sprinting up tonight looking for another one. If he gets 3 misses, he'll go back to Class 4 and probably win. As I lock away for the Wanganui Enterprises, 5-star Class 4 and 5, favourite the Southerner, Tea Time. Her first look at hat trick, out there in box 7. Support 2 for the 1 Spring Major. Angela Turnbull looking for 2 in a row. Bunny on its way now for the 11th. Bunny just about there, ready. And racing into flying out centre track here is Semantics, but there goes Senorita Tina straight on for the pace and coming out after it, Boston Blaze. Spring Major gets a run up on the inside of Vilgetta. Semantics, Weepu looking just work into the right, just been a miss there, and back there to his Tea Time and Clant. They gave her home, and Senorita Tina races away to get it from Spring Major. Then we go here to Boston Blaze, Semantics, then on crossing to Ilgetta, and back there to in the black rug Tea Time, and also back there is Clamped. Don't worry about the replay there, guys. Senorita Tina will get the win. And Senorita Tina, good work there by Ryan Bradley, found us the winner. And the one was very slow. And the gap was there for Senorita Tina to go through. You could see Boston Blaze getting a good run through. Spring Major running through to third. And Semantics not too far away. Will bounce back in Class 4 company, but big win for the 2. Marcy Flip having a wonderful week, and the 2 will get there. Big run there by the 1 Spring Major, was very slow but very strong at the end, has got home for that second placing over the 3 and the 5, 17.52, and the run home at 10.55. 2, 1, 3 and 5 will be the numbers, and number 2 Senorita Tina. Marcy Flip having a wonderful week, and she picks up race number 11. 1.5 won by 2 1/4. That sectional time 6.97, 17.52 overall time, 10.55 for Senorita Tina, and she picks up win number 3 on the track, and it will come back ahead of the field by Ilgrin Sonora out of Curly Jane. This one for M and J Flip, Marcy Flip, and has got the win, and over the 1 Spring Major and Boston Blaze. Well, there you go, Ryan, you're on the mark in that one in race number 11. Good tipping, good spotting. Senorita Tina takes out the 11th.
Yeah, you're always due 1 or 2 in a 4-hour shift. Gee, I couldn't pick my nose in the first hour. I've somehow come into a bit of vein of form. 570 and 180 on the close, Senorita Tina. 630 came up when it passed the post. That market hadn't quite closed. 1 Spring Major 173, Boston Blaze 310, 1 and 2 $9, 2, 1, 3 $190.30. First 4 2, 1, 3 and 5. $1,446.10. Senorita Tina taking out race number 11. Alexandra Park is 7 minutes away.